you have to play passive, and you're going to be the anchor, and you're Cypher, and you're going to be holding a site alone. Where again, a lot of people, teams, especially from just the different regions, have different playstyles on the different agents, and it's to me refreshing. To me, it's not like, oh, you see the Sage, yeah, she's going to be sitting in a corner waiting to wall and slow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's definitely a fun aspect to this game.
NUTURN respectively as we start off. So the wall here coming in from version 1 basically denies a fast A, or at least an A that NUTURN has to think about as they would run through the toxic screen. And no real aggression here to start coming in for V1. They're happy to stay. Set down some stars, and we do see the Astra on both sides as Perry starts laying some out towards garage.
I do think it's good to see Penny take some of the space away.
That pizza, man, I feel disgusting.
Right? Like, this area of the map is so heavily contested, and it's because of that, right? Like, you get
There's
so
no audio
much control if you can exploit that area.
Right.
Penny already swings
Sony.
out, deals the first blood of the series. Oh, and Vanity's on the flank as well. They've taken
that
the
guy's
middle
kind
of
of
the
nuts,
space.
actually.
NUTURN, they're trapped right now. They're gonna
I'm so shocked at how V1's playing.
Defenses of V1.
Beautiful job by Vanity. They've been able to separate the map a little bit with the way they played the Killjoy turret, which allowed them to play back, allowed them to play these hard corners. Zelsis now picks one up, and they're just picking apart NUTURN ever so slowly.
30 seconds left.
So the spike is down in A short. They have to slowly, you see it, Allow like slowly working.
Somebody in my backyard right
now.
now.
How far up Vanity's gone. As we can see, Vanity has retreated back. But again, like, because of the way the early round played out, they really have nowhere else to go.
What is happening right now? What is this pistol?
Giving them an inch. Perry looking to take some of it. However, he's going to try to get.
They just walking. Everybody's just walking out one by one by one.
Opening shots of confidence coming in from version 1 as NUTURN was looking to read the map.
Oh, someone is in my area.
Like even NU's
version 1, and the first one was a
lineup here is kind of interesting for Haven.
He picks up 2 on the
they
round,
almost have to play super aggressive, right? With the breach double do list. No Sentinel.
Round 2. We will see.
Yeah, but after watching them, they don't really do that.
The ball is switched up, so they basically cut off A this time. This may give Penny a little bit more of a push.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, true.
They did look good, but
Zelsis to actually play between two
I don't know if they're gonna be able to play super slow with an agent like a lineup like this against an NA team that's literally just pushing.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking a main control right now.
You have to respect the possibility that somebody on the side of V1 has already pushed their way through that.
Maybe this is it. They have 3 here, dude. I love how this has been so common. The buying on this round.
Lakia towards the back. He is
like the force buy,
yeah.
On their flank right now. Possibly waiting for that sonar bolt to come up to fire it over. You can see him setting up. Spike's got dropped, but Jammy's already pushing.
I mean, if you think about it, if it's Spectre versus Spectre, I mean, Spectre's kind of random. You can randomly just kill someone from across the map in like 3 bullets.
Trying to look for the remaining members of NUTURN, and they may have bit off a bit more than they could chew as things drop down to a 3v2 in favor of NUTURN. Now the spike
they should not have lost that. Oh, wait, it's not over, but those 2 people taking that one guy at long. They wanted more. They already got 2. They wanted 1 more. They got doubled.
He got greedy.
Yeah. NA greed. Am I right, chat?
What do you mean, NA's never greedy. Not a single time.
And you catch them waiting to shoot one over A. Now over towards C. That's just going to be solo.
Clear it.
What he can. 300 bucks. What they want to get is Zelsis finds Lakia, and he's going to go straight for that plant, drive it into the ground, and hope for the best.
Well, you can hope. But there wasn't a whole lot.
Sorry, I forgot. Sean told me to do the thing where we call everything that was once called NA, NA Flash, NA Smoke. It's now EU. So EU greed, by the way.
Well, as long as NA wins this, then yeah, we can do that. If NA doesn't place first, then I don't know about that.
That's true. But for now,
for now we can say yeah, EU aim, EU shooting.
Damn, those were nice shots.
No, they were. Yeah. That was, wait, they actually hit a grenade. They had a good ult, and they ult. You know, it's gonna all switch around.
So you're feeling that this map already is just like being decided by split-second moments that can change the outcome of what's going on.
Absolutely. And we see version 1 being able to pull that out and do damage. I'm sorry, NUTURN do damage to version 1, so the buys may become a bit more tough. Suggest able to do it again. The Ion Sheriff headshots, they're almost free, I tell you. and they're going to back out. A nice grab. They have a Phantom. They can now start to move around. That was dropped to Lakia, so the priority on how they need to move this
These guys
now.
are kinda nice
They're hitting
with
some
the
nice
Eagles.
sheriff shots right now.
And they're
Yeah.
still waiting. The same wall we saw on round 1 from the toxic screen, placed up around B towards A, slowing things down if they need to on an initial rush. Version 1 still looking to creep up. I think Suggest has then seen that there was he would have heard that alarm bot placed in, so they know a bit of Killjoy positioning. They haven't identified B, so I wonder if the turret is known to be there, stopping them a little bit.
Damn, he didn't take the fight.
It's gonna be the ace
Thought he
once
would.
Again, they creep up as close as they
I feel
can
like you
get.
take the
Feel
fight
not
there as
having
Jet.
too many weapons
Try to
dug,
equalize
they
it.
got to get as close as possible and close the gap to get these frags. Effie's close, and so is Penny. We'll see if they can make it out
I
of
would've
this
fought
one
there.
as the chaos ensues.
That's Jet.
30
Trying to
seconds
bring it
left.
back to
Oh,
4v4.
Noise. They decide not to drop it.
I
Yeah.
think you dash away too, even if you fuck it up.
The flash, the
Was he
cloud
hiding
burst,
from the
dash as they
drone?
work
Is
their
that
way
what
onto the
happened?
side, and so far
No,
Allow
he
has
jiggle
gotten
peeked.
to
He saw
entirely
one went away.
unscathed, but unfortunately
Oh,
for
okay.
Neutron, Suggest
Yeah, when he had his
not
Sova, that was
nearly
supposed
as
to. That
fortunate
was
as
probably
the wall comes down.
probably could have went for
Effie's is
at least
greeted
a,
with a
you know,
handful of
a
folks on the
couple
side of
shots.
NUTURN.
Just
Hello.
dash back.
He's able to get a couple, but Allow looking to trade things back. He's gotten two. Zealous is getting that back himself as he gets onto it solo with a flash. Not able to make anything happen.
The
out of
Sova
it.
battle.
This is
He
big
peaked
from a
with
financial
utility out
perspective.
still.
Really
Yeah, they
decided
both
to
had
follow
utility.
around and
They're having
even with the
a
damage
shock
that
dart
NUTURN
battle.
did to their bonus for V1 to win this is big.
Absolutely. Playing the bits of time there.
Hiko's a little bit behind.
Planted.
I'm ahead
You
for
know
once.
There's going to be one less person shooting, most likely with how much time they had to put
That was
the
a
fight
pretty
down.
good. I think that was
So
just like
Version
a
1
half buy,
working
or not even a
methodically,
half buy. I think
even
they just
though
said
seem to
sheriff.
be Run around the map here, and NUTURN's doing a great job.
I mean, even
about that.
the second
They
2
are
rounds after
finding that
they
they're
lost
having a
pistol, I feel like
priority in
they got
numbers
some
once
stuff
they
done.
get
They
to
got
a site.
kills.
So
I don't think they
NUTURN is
planted last
learning
2
what
rounds
their
ago, but they
movement,
definitely
what
planted last
pressure
round.
Version 1 is.
So they should
Ever
have
so
good money
slightly
at least coming
wanna
into
find a
here.
precedent that
They have
your
enough
opponent is
kills where
setting. And
they're not
Version
like
1 should
yeah,
be able to
the
have
snowball
found a
effect
few of
isn't
those movements
super
where they'll be how
crazy
many are
yet.
at a site. But now in our first gun round, we'll see if all that homework pays off that they've done for these first.
There's a leaf
Certainly we're gonna
blower
see,
in
like,
my
you know,
backyard.
the breach flash, jet dash, raise satchel in somewhere here, right? They gotta stop speed up the pace a little bit at least.
I mean, V1 did, just got owned.
Penny with the op, we saw how devastating.
I feel like they didn't need to.
Not able to land anything yet.
Need to do that?
Position, he's gonna get
Yeah.
a chance. And yeah, baby.
It's okay, Penny's gonna own.
Excuse me, Blade Storm out as Penny tries to stay alive, using the
Never
counter
mind.
from the cloud burst to keep him alive. That's insane.
And again, NUTURN overwhelm. It's how they're able to get in. The first one, obviously, Allow. He's just saying you're not allowed to do that. You can't push. And it was a great read.
See what he
If
did
you
there.
Remember what really came to fruition on NUTURN.
I
was
didn't
that
really
the
pay
beginning of
super
the
close.
game,
Did
a lot of
V1
pushing
have
happened
full
towards
guns there,
them.
and they just
They
walk
were
pushed all the way
back by
down?
Sharks
I
in
believe
Mark
so,
2.
yeah.
Well, we're going to look for this
They had
next round.
ops,
We're going to make sure nobody
rifles,
can get on
yeah.
our flank because they aren't looking to work with that side.
This is the kind of team where it's not like EU, and they actually watch their flanks, and they default for quite some time. I feel like you can't just get away with walking down and finding a hole right away. They cover it pretty well.
I mean, maybe that's how they're so successful. Is that they play a super aggro comp, but they play it slow, and then they can add in, like they mix the aggression
Yeah,
with the passive.
you
like,
never really
default
know
thing.
what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, even no sentinel, that doesn't really matter. Like if they just default, if they play CS style where they're just all walking around holding everything. I guess in theory it sounds like it's good.
Oh, that's a showstopper coming straight in.
Just gotta hit those shots.
Shot to the left,
Yeah,
a blind
it just comes down to
fire
like
on the
kill them
showstopper
when
here,
they
and
peek
that's
you.
gonna be great for Version 1 on the Frenzy round with 2 Vandals.
Yeah, getting that ultimate offline with really no value. I mean, yeah, I guess the
Look at this guy. He's literally in like T-spawn, holding guard in the raise.
Certainly not what you're
Just
looking
waiting
for
until the
festival.
team's set up,
Yeah.
and then actually gonna do something.
So they cut noise. They look to reset things a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. It's so unconventional having your raise be a flank holder too, right? Your raise is usually like pushing in, trying to take fights and use their utility to take map control.
That's a big pick. With the
I
frenzy,
mean, I guess he
no
did
less
boom
on
out into
Suggest.
garage first and then fell back,
Traded
but
back quickly by Perry. Nice little retribution kill there as they head in. And they don't even know he's there.
No
Allow just can't
way.
find the targets. And V1 attacks back with 3
there he
bats.
is.
Perry looking to do what he can.
1v3.
I'm a little bit ahead of you, so
Yeah, I'm trying to like.
I just saw the route a little like unfold right there. Like what in the world just happened? Astra happened, I guess.
For the boys on defense.
You make it a little too obvious what you're doing,
Version
and
1,
stuck.
if
And
they
stun.
do go down, we see the next round they just
Don't get me started on
deny
Astra. Don't get me
until they
started.
say, "All right, think now." There's been
Well, you don't
enough
think
time.
Astra meta's
You know,
sick?
kind of predicting
I think
the
it's
low
so boring to
score
have an Astra on your team.
where
It's
they
whoever has to
could be
play the Astra,
rotating
and it's so
depending on
boring
that
playing against an
rotation.
Astra.
Just to dive
I
Maybe
feel
not-
like it's I feel
maybe
like
not
it's kind
boring.
it fits for this game though, because look at this these barriers. Like right off the start of the round, there could be conflict. And Astra, right, for example, right here, Astra stopped that conflict that could have happened in the first 2 seconds of the round. You know?
Yeah, I mean it's true. There's a lot of ability, like big ticket abilities, like Sova Drone and Obi Flash and Jet Dash, where you suck at the right time,
Oh,
you
no.
literally completely stop
What a read on the
a
triple
push.
alts here coming from
And I feel like
NUTURN.
that much
They wanna
outplay
get in.
is too
That's
much
gonna be
power for
Blaze
one
Storm. That's
agent.
going to be Rolling Thunder as they get in.
Yeah,
A, where
maybe.
it's all slowed down, and they lose jammies. So a ruffle of the feathers to start. NUTURN handles
The same
it
could be said about like a
quickly,
Brimstone
and
Molly
they
though,
still have
but
the
I get what your
ultimates
point.
to
There's
use.
way
They
more
come in.
stars.
We did see
You have
Hunter
5
Fury
stars,
out
and it's
there.
way easier to just
And
hit
now it's going to be
it
another
than
trade. They still set up. They
Brimstone
still wanna go
volley
through with it.
timing.
They feel good, Doug. Here it goes.
Yeah.
Rolling Thunder leading the way.
Well, plus, like, you can still
kind
kind of run through the molly like CS, right? You just kind of jump through it. At least Brimstone Molly. Viper Molly is kind of impressive too, but
Penny's on the read. He's cut him off. They're
No
stuck,
way.
Riv.
Dude, this
There's
is
no
a
way for them to
wild
lose their way.
round,
Good for one,
man.
Penny, good for 2. Make that 3 on the
I'm just
round.
impressed
Full
by
control
V1.
for V1.
Just when you think
I thought they were
Oh.
screwed. I thought they were screwed. They were doomed from the beginning.
And it is a rough one.
Oh,
They
the
were-
Jet to
They recovered
to
that.
sit there?
Yeah, they recovered that
With
so
the
well. They
ultimate
used the
there
Killjoy
being
ult to
down,
break
for the-
to
for
have
the
Jet
lockdown, I should
run,
say.
block them off.
I was just super.
I can't
impressed
believe
with
it.
How they got them out early, but it still. comes
NUTURN
down
got
to the
2
fact
free
that
kills.
Terry has to make it
yeah,
work
and they
again.
committed breach ult there
Always
too
on the
for
flank.
the
We
site.
saw
Yeah,
this last
I-
round. He's trying to make things work from across the map with the smokes, but still.
And then
the
Penny was stuck in like
late
short
game
cubby as they were
situation
rushing.
in each round.
He
I
got
would say
one
late
because
round
Vanity ran through spawn
and it's
smoke.
just going to time
And like
out.
it was almost like I think he just like ran out and sprayed somebody real quick, and then he ran back into spawn. And then Penny got one as well at that same time, and he just dipped.
It's a big play to like actually hold W as the other team is like running into you and flank the guys running back.
Yeah.
Alone, I think.
Version1 have
No, actually alone, yeah.
right? Like, there have
These
been a
guys
couple
have
of
like
times there
full
where we've seen them
confidence,
position themselves
and
in such a way
that's
that they're just a step
really
ahead
good
of
for an NA
NUTURN
team.
from a macro
Even though, oh,
perspective.
they had the suck
Even,
play
like,
there
having
too. They were both
trapped
getting
them
sucked.
in
Yeah.
to the lockdown, not
They were
giving
not
them
letting
a
him
decent
out.
escape is huge.
No.
The slight adjustment we see here out of Viper's wall from Jammies. You hear the gravity well has been used early on. Short control has been taken away, and that's the narrative that we're going to continue to see throughout really the entire map.
We'll have to keep an eye on if NUTURN continue to watch that flank.
Vanity's
past the
a
early
mean
game.
Astra,
Allow
I
picked
feel
up two
like.
big frags at long C, just a few
His
go
utility
for
is like
NUTURN. Watching
really
Version1
well
push,
done.
Reading Version1 a bit. Version1 then sets back to a different default
Yeah,
strategy on,
I think so
on their
too. I
defensive
think
side. And it's
he's
like
good
an
at like
info denial.
activating
NUTURN
himself,
can't figure
whereas
out
some
what
Astras just kind of like
get
sit in the
out or
corner,
not.
not doing
Here on
much.
another
Yeah.
save round, they're going to throw their numbers towards A, but the spike is towards B. They're looking for that $300.
I think he's the IGL though, right? Might maybe make it easier.
300 credits.
Yeah, I think having the
Yeah, it's gonna
IGL
be
be
a
your
bit
Astra is
of a,
probably super
you know,
beneficial because you can kind of like
make some
pre-place and
noise,
pre-plan
see
things
what
with like
kills
trying
you
to
can
say,
get, which
hey
so far
dude,
have
smoke
been
this,
done.
or hey,
Theory
be ready to
did
suck
have the
this.
only
Yeah.
run
He's not
alongside
maybe ready.
NUTURN. But the nice thing is that is going to draw some attention
literally
away from C,
Solo's
which is
just
where
walking
Solo's
up
just
long
very
C.
quietly going to waltz his way up. But you've got to remember here they don't really have weaponry, and Solo's alone. Zelsus once again.
I
is on
swear,
the lead
if
with
your
James.
Jet is
I'm
having a
telling
good
you, Riv, they're
game,
a step ahead every
it puts so much pressure on the other team.
I was going to say V1 does
And Penny has so
not
much
usually
confidence to
rotate
just
out
keep
of their
pushing
sight
and
until the
peeking
spike
and
is being
dashing away
planted.
after a
So
kill.
big credit to NUTURN there for making them bite.
It's
because
a
NUTURN
scary sight.
has been going to every site. They say let's switch it up this time.
Do you have
We're
like
on
the
Hiko.
Queen
We kind of
link?
need to even
I
stretch
think
ourselves
actually maybe I
thin
have
to
it, so I
make
can just
that
be
work.
up to date with you,
Version
like up
1
to
in the
speed.
middle of the round
The
say,
what links?
Wait a minute. This is different.
There's like
They
a
come right
YouTube
back.
link that I
Then Solo
was
can't
given, I
even
think,
plant there.
that
They
has
were
it with no
a moment
casters
from
where I can like
having
Oh,
speed it
that's
up.
why you're delayed. Yeah, that one
Switch.
just
They're
by
like, no, no,
default
no.
is like 4 or 5
Here we
seconds
go. So
delayed. I don't know
round
why
6
in
to
comparison to the
1.
Twitch stream. I was watching it because I
Yeah.
I loved the no casters. It was so much like more clean to watch. But my chat, they couldn't. They were just
They were
roasting.
complaining?
They were
They're
just
crying?
complaining. Yeah, they were crying. Like they were all from EU or something.
Oh, Twitch chat.
But again, this time,
Let's go, baby.
from V1. So now they're going to have better weapons. Now they're going to have rifles. Similar Viper wall that we saw from Jammies, controlling that A short area, and a ton of utility across B here, Riff.
Doug, look at this wall as well from Jammies. They're giving them less and less as the map goes on. The next time NUTURN gets guns, well, you're going to have to really work for the right side of the map. They say, well, we're going left. Zelsis eats a bit of a nade there, and we'll see how they can control C. Full retake in position right now if it is a C play here. NUTURN's going to have it to themselves. How can they post?
They don't really have much for this retake.
Oh, and Zelsis
Ult-wise.
already dropping early on certainly doesn't help.
And they lost one. That sucks.
They've gotten onto the site.
This might be another round, I think.
And he has the blade.
You never know what to expect with jet knives.
Is working around. You see the slow burn from Vanity and the slow burn from Jam. He's still working his way out of the eastern side.
Jet knives is such a weird ultimate to
The
me.
good thing for version 1 here is that they're going to be approaching the retake from multiple fronts, but NUTURN are
Have
so
Have you played much
well-positioned
Jet?
right now.
Dude, I
They
suck with her
also
knives.
still have the
Some people are
cover
so
right
good.
out of
Yeah,
the best, should they
If I
choose
use
to
a
do
big
so.
crosshair, I
Here we
suck.
go. You got Jammies coming down
You
on the
gotta use a
bottom.
little dot.
Sonar bolt
Yeah,
going
you gotta
through
use
now
something
that he's
small
there,
with
and they're
Jet.
working as a team with three
How are they
to come up, but allow.
Last player standing.
Oh, Solo's too smart. His brain's huge.
On the tap, the snake
Never mind.
some space. Solo good for one anyway, but he didn't have enough health. He had to take it.
NA's brain is just so large. It's crazy.
Oh,
Found it.
full clench, full clench.
Hiko, you
And
change your
honestly,
crosshair a lot, right?
from Jammies,
I do.
Is there...
on the stage.
So to me,
is the
the reason I
very,
think you do
very
that,
quick
and my
thinking to
explanation to
understand
chat
what
is that,
happened in the site take
I don't know,
where
it just
the
keeps it
last person
refreshing.
could've
It's not like
escaped to,
crosshair makes the
and that
player, you know?
absolutely helped
It just-
clutch that
I don't know.
round. Been very
It's like-
impressed with Jammies here on version 1.
There's some
And
players
that
who like
is a
change
quick
their
pickup.
resolution, you know, just for a little spice, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
Is that kind of
Yeah.
what you're thinking?
It keeps it kind of fresh. It
Yeah.
keeps it kind of like, you know,
That's what I thought.
some days you're tapping is feeling on, some days you're spraying is feeling on. So
Yeah.
you're spraying to me, you want to use a big crosshair, and you tap and use a little boy.
Do
Do you see that last round where the Jet was just like sitting, like hiding in the corner and was trying to dodge a flash, but
like V1
V1 has no flashes? Maybe you're trying to dodge his teammate's flash? I don't know.
that side of the map at all, and much like we've seen
I
previous
didn't.
times, whenever they show that way, Vanity takes
And
the
they are
middle of the map.
owning
Look at
these
where he
guys.
is
They
on
are
the map right now.
owning
He's
them.
about to walk into the
This
defender's
is
spot.
wild. Whose
He's
pick
got
is
the
this?
Viper's wall to conceal his advancements, and he's got the chance to
Oh,
catch
I don't
Mario.
remember.
And that's just too easy.
Like, they could do
It's
no
too easy
wrong
for
right
his natural
now.
form,
Even
yet
when they
despite
do
being
wrong, they
suggested left
somehow
alone in a 1v4,
come out
things
on top.
continue to go
Like NA,
sideways for NUTURN.
you know?
Whoa,
Sorry, I
Vanity tries to
It's
get the
so
move shot
un
there,
NA
suggests
of them.
quick
Things are
shots
going
and fires.
things go wrong and they
He's
just
gonna be
lose
good for
usually.
that.
Here
This
things
is
are
gonna
going
be a
wrong, but they're
tough
still
one.
winning.
Suggest definitely has some of the best
Oh.
aim on the team. It's quiet, but when he pops off, it is a loud statement. Firing forward, trying to catch that drone off guard, but they're still too distance from the play.
Now he's got, okay. I was gonna say,
That's
he's
a
got the
lame
show
way to
sound off.
die.
Things get real close. He might whip something up. But no, an excellent stop from Effie's there, as you said, with the shock dart to win the round. Again, secure it for V1.
You don't like the
and I
shock
think
dart kills?
Haven, while there were questions, right?
I love
that
them,
was
but
the
they
first
feel,
scene,
it almost
right?
feels like getting
NUTURN were
knifed.
calling a good map against Sharks on Haven.
I don't know why.
Just
It
didn't go
shouldn't
their way.
feel
And
that
now we're
way,
seeing
but
them
it feels
really get
embarrassing
exposed
to
on
die to
both
it.
sides of the
Dude, as a
proverbial
Sova,
wall. Defensively,
nothing
they
gets
did look good
you
against
nothing
Sharks.
nothing gets you
On
going
attack,
faster
they
than
certainly
shooting
don't
one
look
shock dart and do
good
like
against
300 damage with
V1.
it.
And NUTURN just seem at a loss on this map.
You don't even have to get the kills. Just get a bunch of assists. It just feels so nice.
We'll see. It is going to be a tactical timeout coming in from NUTURN. Nothing.
God,
their
please don't be
ability
another
seems
boring
to
day.
work. In
2
one
O's
of the
across the
amazing
board,
things is it
13
seems like
4s,
their
13
round
5s. Like, I don't want to
V1
see that
knows
again.
info deny and round
As much as I
win.
want NA to win,
Vanity
I want
knows that
V1 to
T3
own
have a
here.
window.
I
Just
want
based
it to
off a
be
few things
close.
that are going down. The shot calling we're seeing from Vanity
I agree.
here is
It's the same thing of like
throughout the
why
tournament
ranked
so
sometimes
far,
isn't
and
fun.
there's
Like
no
it's not
wonder
really that fun to
that
just
this
plow
Cinderella
another
story
team like
here
13-1.
from
It's not really fun to
challengers
get
to
owned
roster
1-13.
switches to subs.
No, you want those close games, the
albeit
ones that
Yeah.
are you really got to work for them.
Yeah, Luke.
Version 1
I mean,
is
even win or
definitely
lose in
here
ranked, like, as
on the
long as it's a
world
close
stage.
one, I enjoy it.
While
You're right.
people are
Just
not, they have
you
worked
own or
on
they
this
own.
going.
It's not fun
Now,
for
really,
anyone.
I'm gonna ask you. a
Yeah,
question.
and
I'm gonna
people
put you
think
on
that
the
like
spot. At what
you say the
point
game is
do
boring when
version
you
1
lose. Like,
go from
why are you so mad that you're just losing
Cinderella
games? That's why it's not
goes
fun.
back
It's like
to
no,
Pumpkin
it's not.
and
I don't care.
drags it
It's
at
like we
the
said. I
end
don't
of the
care if you
night?
win or
When do
lose,
they
but
go from
you want the
that to
games to be like
full-on
fun,
bell
entertaining,
for
and like
ball
hard.
at every single time, right? Like, what more is left? for
Competitive,
them to do
yeah.
to
You just
shift
want
the
them to be
narrative in
competitive.
people's
Yeah.
minds that they're not just underdogs and that they maybe don't deserve to be here and that they're legit.
Honestly, I think they've done it.
Stupid.
But it's carrying that current
Boomer
story
mentality.
in their,
Okay, there we go. Listen, Mike, you're not that much younger than I am these days.
Honestly,
You can laugh at us old guys. You're not that much. You're not that much younger than me anymore. You're getting up there too.
I'm 26. You know.
I can't wait to read the next one.
Yeah, I'm
But
doomed.
that's not what they have in mind.
I'm 27 in like 4 days, man. It's over.
So we'll see what
Oh,
they got
God.
here.
Oh
On
God,
They're
indeed.
going
Oh,
in,
no.
and we'll see what they have towards A. Allow goes down almost
Wait till you get to
immediately
30.
on the round.
It's
That's gonna be
over.
an operator in Penny's hand for this round.
Dude,
That's
Penny hit
GG.
that
30's
after
GG.
the Viper's
Sorry
hit
to
was
say.
going up.
But I'm 31
Down C
now.
long
Yeah.
What am I
with
supposed to
no
do?
information. There was no dart. There was no
You
nothing
can't do
to
anything.
reveal the position. That must have been like
You just accept.
yeah, give the dude a haircut.
Give me
just
some
saw
youth.
like a,
Give me some years.
pixel onto that shot. I hate that we missed that. Hopefully we'll be able to get that on the replay to see if that was as gross as it seemed in my mind, because that was just filthy. So to recap, V1 have taken complete
This
control
Viper
of
ult that's
C. They've
C,
got the
I don't know
Viper's
how
mid.
much
There's
further
no
you are than me.
easy
That's
there. What I
kinda
do like
nice.
Oh,
to see
yeah,
is
yeah.
that they're feeling
How
things out
far
in
it
the middle of the
bleeds
map.
down.
They're about to find out
There's
if
no
they
way
should
in
be
hell you're going
safe,
through that.
but Vanity-
You'll
No.
never ever contest.
Vanity
Oh,
Lakia
you'll
gives
never
him
ever
business
contest
left,
that.
right. Good night. He drops, and that should give him entry onto A.
Viper's so
Except
sick.
for Penny is on the flank. The flash is not going to
Yeah, it's
Patience.
at least most of the American
Patience.
teams we
Blink's not gonna
played,
land.
they don't
He's
play
gonna have to go
Viper
aggressive.
on Haven.
push things
This is
back.
kind of like cool to
Spike has
see.
not moved, Rich.
She can just lock down.
4v3.
I feel like she's good on any map. Like, why wouldn't she be?
Sight, but they do have the
30
Hunter's
seconds
Fury if
Yeah.
they want to get it.
Especially if
If
you're
you
running
just-
Viper Astra.
Yeah, you just think about her kit. It just
I was
works.
going to say Perry is making some good moves, but they are privy to what's going down. Solo now being
Just global
seen.
presence,
25
global
HP, the
agents are
overkill from
just
the
so
operator.
good in
Shot
a
to
game
the
like
chest.
this.
And now it's
Being able
just
to
gonna be
play
up to
multiple bomb
suggest.
sites at
And
once.
a beautiful shot on
Yeah.
that.
Seconds left.
Another 3v1. And
Man,
another
this is putting me to sleep,
V1
dude. NA is
victory.
unstoppable.
Dude, I'm getting like Monty Python and the Holy Grail type, like none shall pass vibes, because for
Yeah.
NUTURN, they're feeling things out, right? It's not like, oh my,
I don't even most of these rounds, other than that one
bad.
retake, it didn't even seem
it's
like
not like they're
NU
running
even
their
had a
head
chance.
into a
These
wall
rounds have just been
on
super
one
one-sided.
specific site, and they're just trying
Like,
to
well played
force
by-
their way in, and they're just getting stuffed.
Somehow they're
feeling
giving
out
up
different areas of the map,
picks
right? Like
where
they're calling fakes, they're
Yeah.
calling rotations.
you wouldn't
They're-
think that they
they're
would.
doing
They
all the
usually
right things,
have
they just can't find a way
someone
in.
holding an answer
I
for
guess
it.
this is really a time as
But they've
well
been getting-
when we get to
oh, there we go.
see
There we go.
what NUTURN is made of, and that's not
Now
just
they got a
a
pick in their
9-1,
favor.
it's Always strong
Catching up,
mentality
see what
coming
happens.
out of Korean
You didn't
teams.
get to see it.
They
It's just
weather the
kill
storm,
feed.
they
Kill
fight
feed
their
is
way
what you
back,
saw.
they know it's
It was
never
in garage. He
over.
beat garage with
It's
an op.
Right now, Version1 seems to have them in a bit of chaos mode where NUTURN can't do their own strats. They're kind of playing to Version1's game, and that means you're always a step behind what
Am I seeing
you
it
as
correctly that
NUTURN want to be doing.
NU
So
has
again,
5
they
ults right now?
wait.
They must.
Zelsus pushes. They find a
Certainly they're
frag,
gonna steal
and
one of the
this is
last
where
2 rounds
NUTURN
here
may
with
start
5
to grab
ults.
a little bit of momentum. 2 down now on the side of Version1 is NUTURN.
But right now, I think they're thinking they got 2
Really
picks.
have to here.
Oh, he just caught the bomb.
Spikes down 2.
Right now, they're
That's
thinking
nice.
like,
Hey, he doesn't have any backup yet.
They
so if
have
he drops, they're
3
split, they're
dead.
regain
They'll
control.
be all right.
They're
They
gonna
could
know that
just
A's open.
win
Nobody
this
else is
normally.
pushing up, but even with that in mind, they're gonna pull back off. But Vanity again. Oh no! Vanity gets a couple shots right into the back of the head, courtesy of Perry. Effie's on the cut. Effie's good for 2.
Okay,
The spike goes
Effie's,
down
gamer.
again, and it's Effie's. In a 1v2, he's already taking care of 2 of them. Looking for the third, not able to land it. Perry gets the kill.
Wait, they won one
NUTURN.
though.
Yeah.
And they still have 5 ults, I think?
They should be able to win this if they just come up with something.
Slowly making their way with a few more points back in, giving themselves that cushion for the next half.
I don't even, have I
Looking
even
at
seen
what
a
we
raise
have
ult
for NUTURN
this
here,
half?
As we said, 59% attack win
I don't think so.
50% defensive win rate.
Did he shoot it into garage one time and he missed, maybe?
Here.
Maybe that was the
Is
boombot
a
exploding or
Version1
getting killed. I don't
gonna
know.
have
Or maybe that was a
momentum.
nade.
They're gonna feel good.
Maybe
And
not.
NUTURN
I don't know, I feel like
may
he's had
back
it forever.
that position where Solo in his
We haven't seen
injury
Astro
said,
Wall
nervous,
yet
you know?
from
Well, one thing I
your
noticed
side?
about one thing I noticed
So
about
it seems like they're just kind of locked into
Korea,
this
like
position.
Perry,
Here, they have
they
5
had-
ultimates up.
there was one map,
Dealing with that same
actually 2
wall
maps
that
where they had the
Version1
Astro ult
has been putting
for
up. And let's see how they use the
8
fuel on the
rounds or
side of
something,
NUTURN.
and they never used it. They refused to use that Astro ult.
Showstopper.
Yeah, I mean, how long has Astra been in the meta now? I feel like I haven't really seen any like really sick ults yet. Like really sick plays off of the Astra ult.
Yeah, but like some are pretty. Oh my, some are pretty standard though. You know, use it. Just use it as a smoke. Like you could do that. You do something. There we go. There we go.
Punishes it.
Actually used it.
Going to come out. Zelsus quietly Playing in the back corner has not been spotted.
Man.
The alarm bot helps, but Zelsis lands a kill looking for a second. Not able to do it as Suggest seems to be on
Dude,
a
Suggest is on fire right now.
NUTURN back into this thing,
Yeah,
that was heck of
and
a
they
waste.
sat on 3 ults there, like they burned 3 ults,
Douglas.
or like they didn't use.
They
3
didn't
ults.
use all of it, yeah.
Any information grabbed, and you use one
kinda
of the
weird.
most impactful alts, blind again.
Yeah, I feel like
But then they outshoot the round.
they have to like not play this map because I saw the same kind of style where they didn't have they didn't have like a lot of strategy in using their utility on this map last time I saw them play. Yeah, V1 picked Haven. This might not even be their map. Like they might not.
I feel like I don't know why. I feel like I watched NUTURN play Vision Shakers and they beat Vision Shakers on Haven. Maybe not, but I definitely saw them play Haven against each other. And
Yeah, but
like
you know how it is. It's different playing your own region.
yeah, I mean, there's no doubt.
On the attacking side of the map,
You play each other so long in scrims, in matches.
Nobody there,
I know.
They don't even have,
You know the intricacies of how each person plays.
Yeah.
Nade's a little too deep out. Fault line won't do too much, so it has
He's
to
still
stop
got
Penny
one.
down. As he gets one though, and the frenzies are pushing forward.
It's funny they nerfed the frenzy, and people like the price, and people still.
That was it, right?
It's still like the go-to pistol.
Vintage version
Not
one.
enough.
No. Jamies was playing
I mean, they didn't touch like the recoil.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
any sort of way in.
just
Ooh,
upping
the
the
flank here.
Yeah, flank's huge.
Combo right into
Dude,
the
he
back
felt
of
it
the
out.
head, drops
Yep.
Locky, picks up another
The
weapon,
last
and then
second, he's
you
like,
see
"Oh god,
Shotgun.
they could be flanking me."
Just a snake bite. There's really no way in.
They
Allows
love
him to
this
get through all
post-plant
of the
style,
abilities.
man. They
Yeah.
love it.
And then the remaining
They
members
use
do just to get a
everything
chance
for
at
it.
this
They use
thing.
like the
There's
Killjoy
no
utility,
need. Zelsis is
the
good
Viper
for three.
utility, the shock
That
darts to
right
combo with the
there
vulnerability.
is V1
Honestly, I like it.
just like
It's-
putting on full display
great.
how good they
You
are
have to
on the
play to
attacking
stop the
half.
plant. And if you don't, and they don't have to use any abilities, like they have double Viper Molly, double shock, double Molly, double everything. Sucks from Vanity.
It requires like a almost like an unorthodox answer from the teams. They need to get out of their comfort zone to truly beat it. And honestly, it kind of relies on like individual performance. Because I feel like if you know a team plays post plant meta, that means you got to get on their flank. And you got to kind of spread around the map. You got to be coming from A main. You got to be coming from C main, garage, kind of those
Yeah.
areas to
I
really
mean-
push them back.
Yeah, I agree completely. Like people know now that if V1 plays this map, they're gonna have the post plant. So I feel like you have to almost like push garage and like take control of window or push A and just battle them there.
That's
'Cause
what I'm
if you
saying
try to
though. Like
play-
some people, sometimes it doesn't call for that. And you have to do it yourself, and not everyone's the kind of player to do
Yeah.
that themselves.
Exactly. They're too late to adapt, and all of a sudden you blink your eyes and it's 10. You're down 10-3, losing pistol, and you know
Yeah.
they're like, oh man, we need to be pushing and stopping the lineups.
Fully stacked C here.
Look at the info Vanity's trying to get here.
Oh, I love it. Suggest has some taste. Wasteland Shorty.
Now nothing really came of
It's the
it.
worst
NUTURN's playing this super smart by
Yeah, well,
holding
you don't have
until
taste. Okay, you're a
info
boomer.
denied themselves.
Yeah,
I think we might
that's
have
okay.
heard
It's
a
okay.
Shorty go off, and that's not
You got to
gonna
use the
do too
Viper
much,
one, the
so
green one.
we see in the eyes
All
of
green
Vanity
everything.
what they're trying.
That one's
It
not
looks like
bad.
they're
I'll
gonna
give you
go
that. That
for
one's good.
what is a B
I don't
once
even have it,
again,
though.
with all
I don't
three
do
of
those like
placed around it.
contracts or whatever much.
Effie
I
still
forget
has
about
a
it one
shock
time.
dart as well. But how much of a lineup do you have when you're already
Why
dead,
not? You
sitting
just
on
gotta
the
you
site?
just turn them on. You just play ranked and you just unlock
Penny
stuff
on the
for
flank,
free.
good for one.
Dude, this Jammies this is the second
He's
round now.
just
this
AFK
hash
he's
is
AFK in spawn.
Same setup, it was slightly
literally
delayed, but
in
the
spawn.
outcome's the same. V1 get to 11 as
That's what
they
I'm saying,
dominate
like,
on the defensive half, and now
it's
they feel
hard
they can
to
do it on
know
attack as well.
That's going to happen until like they're in B, and when they're in B, you're already rotating from back of C and back of A. But if you push down C, you'd have just caught him with his utility out, or he pushed down A, right? But it's just so hard. It's just so difficult to know where they're going to end up.
But it's also just like like across the world, not just NA. The meta is to like you kind of give B and you kind of just let them plant B and you play for the retake. And
Yeah.
Sentinels does the same thing. Well, they'll bully you front B. They'll plant the bomb. They'll get out and they'll play the spam game. And you know, it's hard to play against if you don't have the
Oh,
the
man,
confidence
Zelsis
or
getting
the
his hands
knowledge
on
to
the
push and try to
lockdown.
flank.
Effie's gets the opener into the site. You see the nanoswarms already coming out.
Dude,
Now,
it's
keep an eye,
10
again,
seconds
keep
into
an
the
eye on
round, they
James.
have a
He's
kill
playing
and they're
back.
already
You
planting the
presume
bomb.
he's got a lot here, but he might get called. Solo, no,
That's
Solo
crazy.
gets
This is
back
yeah,
in.
this is
Catches
I
sleeping.
I
He
was
gets
never
around, they
expecting
get the
this,
kill.
man.
They
Like
get
what?
spiked down on C as well. Now they have control, but they go right into the belly of the beast.
Vanity
Vanity
walking through
not
smoke
waiting
with just
for
the
NUTURN to
biggest
take
man
the fight to
advantage.
them.
Screw
He's
it.
going
Gets
in.
away with one.
This wall gives them so much pressure. The first gun round, they go ham towards C on this. Toxic screen still up. Penny takes a bit of damage, but the positioning they have is great. You can see Suggest.
That's a
Where's
save.
the
To me,
flank?
it's just
Which
so
one's
crazy
gonna
because
flank
if you
me
look at
first?
V1's
Because
agent lineup,
that
like
is
they don't
the
really have
second
much to be
part.
able
I'd
to
say
rush. Like they really have a
second or
jet.
third or
They have no
2A or
flashes.
2B
They have
of NUTURN's,
like a
Version1
Viper
first
wall,
line,
but
rather. But
you
yeah,
know,
they get out safe.
they're
Flames
literally
go
rushing
for
into
NUTURN to
C
hold
faster than
guns for themselves.
NUTURN ever
Only
did,
getting
and NUTURN's
harder
running
and
double
harder.
duo as breach.
Yeah, I think part of the
There's another
problem for
one.
NUTURN
That's
is,
12 for Version
like I
1
said with the
here.
Astra walls
Your
not being
first map,
common,
the
I think their
series.
Astra game is a little weak. Like, for example, they had 2 stars in long C that round. They never went on. They were never used, but they were down. These ones right here.
Well, he was also. I mean, it
He
looked like
took
he
that.
was.
He took that duel long plat for some reason. He kept fighting.
Yeah.
He kept fighting long plat. Like, you just can't play like that. Korea's playing all wrong right now.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I actually agree. I don't think you can have your Astra be an anchor on a site because you kind of have to like get your Astra activated, not just like we talked about before, sitting in the corner like in your Astra
It
world
does.
trying
The
to
way
support
that
the whole team.
Version1 has been reading,
And if you're
honestly,
gonna have them
credit
be
for
like
this,
that,
the
then
way
they
they're
can't be an
reading
anchor.
on
Yeah.
NUTURN,
And,
playing around them,
you know,
finding
perfect
the,
world, they have somebody
honestly,
else like
the
jump
first
spot
few
or try
rounds, I
to
think it was
jiggle
as
or something
well.
long so that
Version1
if you
outshooting
see
those
something, you can at
instances,
least
right?
like
All those
hide and then
sheriff
your
shots
Astra
in
can
the
support
beginning
instead of
start
if it's
capitalizing on
Astra,
bankrolls,
the Astra dies and all of a sudden
you can't
That's
even
it. The round's
create
done,
that
man.
GG.
That the round's
Yeah,
done.
GG. You have no more smokes. You have no
So
you have nothing
knowing
to
they
stop
had
them.
that up gave them
Other than
confidence. They
breach
pushed a
flash.
little bit more. The walls
That's
they
so
had been
interesting
putting
in this
up on
game in
defense,
comparison to CS.
jammies were
If you lose one and that one that
successfully
you lose is such an
encroaching more and
important
more onto the
character,
attacking side, giving NUTURN less room to
your
even start
chances
with. And
just
that's
drop.
It feels weird. You
And you're
feel
already down a
suffocated
man. Now you're
if
down
you're
a really
NUTURN
good
and you're
character.
starting your
Oof.
strats.
Yeah, like
Because
you lose your
you're like, oh my
smokes
God,
early
they're
and they're like
pushing, so
your
they're just gonna
Omen
do
or your
this.
Ashes gets opt
Let's
out of
wait
nowhere, and then
and
it's like,
hurdle,
well,
which
no more smokes the rest of this
hurdle
round.
does not mean you're scared.
Good luck.
You're reading the play.
The other team has
See
a
what
jet
they're
off just on
doing,
top of a box.
and
Yeah, well,
Version1
let's
continue
just
to
go
find
ahead and
these
save for the
success
next
out of
minute
those
and a half,
plays,
so
even if
we at least have a
stays
chance next
back in
round.
Turtles, 'cause they're holding. You know, NUTURN will always have to come to you. But now on the other side,
I wonder if there's a world in where
see what
they
NUTURN can
add
do
some
on
sort of
defense.
replication agent.
Version1 has to come to them.
I will say the one
As
like
far as-
silver
As far
lining,
as like
so far that we've seen from
taking
NUTURN is that
other
Suggest
agents'
is on
abilities
one
and using them.
today. He's like
for
big boy
themselves.
on one. He's had
I think
multiple.
you just get like 2
Well, I don't know how they
Vipers
balance
around, or-
it, right? But
Sure.
like being able to,
Oh, if we can pull up his
like,
stats, I'm sure he's by and
what's
large
that guy in
being off
Dota
of NUTURN. I
2?
think
The
Suggest has
Rubik's,
played
I think his
really
name.
well,
Rubik.
but
Rubik, yeah,
otherwise
Rubik,
it's been a
yeah.
bit-
I mean,
Like something like that,
11
right?
one.
Where you're just able to
33%
mimic,
headshot out of Korea.
copy
You
their.
steal the last unit's
Yeah,
ability or
something-
something.
yeah.
36 is at the highest.
I think
so
that'd be like
Quiet,
like
I
your
said,
ult.
you
Maybe you
think
can
of
like
Lau, you
pick
think of
whose
Lockie,
abilities
but
you want.
Suggest
That'd be
is
kind of sick.
quietly one of the
But
best players
probably
on this
OP.
team.
Oh, dude. So
Yeah.
they showed
I don't know.
the
I'm sure they
exact
could find a way to
look
balance
against
it.
Sharks. It was the breach
Kinda
flash.
interesting.
It was the allow dash down C long, and it was met with. I mean, I think they got a little bit more out of it when they tried it against Sharks. But V1 wisely waiting it out. They don't push in aggressively. They don't get caught with the flash. They just wait it out, and then they respond in kind. Now they're pushing it a bit more aggressively. Vanity playing in his smoke just on the other side with the judge. Oh,
No way!
Vanity swings, drops parry like a bag of rocks as V1 continue to creep their
Morning,
way
lads.
on to C.
Good morning.
Leading the way.
Morning, mate.
Solo's got a judge of his own. If it's not him, it's
The day of
Loya.
NA supremacy,
Solo
huh?
with 2 shells left. No, he's gonna get dropped. Lockyer
Wake up
looking
to the
for a
shit.
bit
Who
of
just found
action
it?
as well as he and Suggest for the last
Wake
ones that
up,
remain.
NA number
Suggest
1.
has to wait out
Every day.
the lockdown. That's gonna give
Amazing.
Jinx it.
Just-
What if it's not over yet?
It's over, man.
with the Vandal in a 1v2.
Like it's over.
No way. No way. You're jinxing this.
I'm not jinxing it, bro. It's over. Like
That should be enough info on where he's coming from. The alarm bot is going to come out as well. But even then, you see James
No
has
way you
played
just
off.
jinxed
He's
this.
playing
it's
offside.
over.
Because of all the utility
Does
that
he have mollies?
Suggest is going to have to tank through
Hell
this.
yeah, he's got
There's
mollies.
The snake bite as well.
Wake up feeling damn good every day being from
Try
NA.
to flush Jamies out. There he is. Suggest.
Jamies, what are
dialing
you-
the shots and
Okay.
What are you
Jamies
doing?
wins it again.
Okay.
V1
Oh, he had no
You-
snake.
you should've jinxed
No,
it.
no, he had no
Top to
snake bites.
bottom, even
I get
if
it. I
it's
guess.
good for NUTURN,
Just go for
they
it.
take care of business.
Bro, it's too easy for North America. Like nobody stands a chance. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Like,
We're just too good.
yeah,
We're just different.
we're just born different,
Built
built different.
different.
Asked like 3 weeks prior, and 2, like with all the COVID concerns, like they don't even have all the analysts and casters there. You know, they're all from home. So
Yeah.
that's
Well, they have like what Golden Boy is there, and then like other than the observers, everyone else is at home.
Yeah, just there's an interviewer. That's it.
Yeah.
If he plays to the right or left side of the map, you will see Jammy's kind of set that.
They don't want to
wall
crowd
as well, where
everybody.
Penny's standing right now on other
Good call.
plans, but Version1 with the spike and a 2-3 split to start.
I think so.
NUTURN rather.
So then, like, where do you draw the line over who can come and who
We're
can't?
seeing
Yeah.
some of that.
It's gotta say no to
And I
everyone.
think another thing we need to keep an eye on is the Astra Star investment. Where do they place it? And how do they play
Yep.
around it?
NUTURN.
There we saw top
They're gonna wake
hat,
up.
Smoke went up.
I know it.
Drone was able to clear the
Yep,
middle
here
of
we
the
go.
map for free, and they were able to work their way in through.
They're
there.
actually
Now,
not
they
even going
are
to be
not
here.
Investing in it. From a personnel perspective,
It looks
I
like
mean,
it.
Look at Penny, dude. He most certainly is. Allows trying to hold down market because they've
Not
taken that
biting,
away.
though.
But
Look
the
at
problem
Killjoy.
is the rest of the team
Staying A.
can't work their way in through garage. The hit's gonna have to go to A
Oh,
because they
Penny.
can't find any other entry.
If Allow can stay alive for even a little bit longer,
Eagle
the pressure
probs.
he creates
All
in
on
this position
Zelsus.
is
I bet you they're gonna
amazing.
think that A is
But
clear. This
they're
Killjoy's
gonna
gonna
be
get
able to find him, take him down.
A
Now
kill,
they start
hopefully?
heading to the site here. Zelsus.
Got his
Maybe
one.
two.
One.
Got his
Two.
two.
With the
If he
heroics,
plays
he
safe
does
right
it.
now
The
and
first
waits,
classic
bro.
takes care of
Wow.
business.
Yep, dude.
Zelsus
Their
can do
brains
anything
are
right
just
there, but he gets
bigger.
the
Dude,
kill
all right, go
on his
next.
own in the
Oh
exact
my
same fashion.
God.
All right, all right, next year three. Next year. GG.
I'm ready to watch you lose.
I like the play from NUTURN. Off
God.
the ball, send a few towards B, make them think there's a play over there, find some utility, and then you kind of hard hit A
They
site.
committed a
thinking you
lot
might
to
have
that
power in
fake.
numbers.
Like they were
The
nowhere
start
near
here
your.
from what
I guess they
Allow
really
did in
wanted,
middle.
or they
If the rest of the team was then
thought
set
V1
up
was
to
gonna
instantly
bite.
execute,
They
that
didn't
would
expect
have been
this
awesome
one
for
dude
them,
to
but
be hanging
Version1
back
just
so
seems
far.
to
I think what made it
continuously read these mid-round
start to
plays
get
so fast.
obvious is once he got revealed and Penny was on that flank, at that point, they're not in sight. He's on a flank. It's just weird, you know? But yeah, he
Dude,
never
he took
moved. He never
so
moved.
long.
He never moved at
There
all,
is some
though.
of that utility there, but it looks like
Like
this
they
time
couldn't even
actually
flank the
they're
guy that was
really
Dice, you
leaning
know?
There's no
Like, it
reason.
took
I
them
feel like
so
there's no
long to
reason, though. If you're the A player and you're a Killjoy, there's no reason to rush to the defense because what are you going to do when you get there, realistically? You're going to get there, there's going to be smoke spawn. So it doesn't really hurt
All right, so
waiting
let's see what they
a
do
little
this time.
longer,
Right?
especially
I just love the
if they're not
patience, too.
actually
Felt
in.
comfortable for the last
Wish
round.
more
We
ranked
know NUTURN's gonna
ranked
buy, so we'll be
players
able to pressure a little bit
realize
more,
this Shroud.
not
Yeah,
just having
they
A
just
go down
rotate
here.
instantly.
They sit behind the smoke and they're like, all right, I'm here.
Now Allow can hang out. So does Version1 info deny there and say, okay,
Such good
we know
patience,
you're
too,
there,
from
right?
V1. No
Sometimes
panic
nothing
or
has to
anything.
happen. It's the pressure
Full control,
NUTURN
driver's
is
seat.
trying to create.
Go in
This
A.
little drone in here by
Yep.
Effie's to figure out what's going on is everybody's just patiently waiting on Version1 for the NUTURN play.
So, do you
And
guys
have
think
Perry
that
on his
one
phones and
EU
making out
team is
wide right
leaving
now to see
today,
if there's
or do you think
any
they're both
push out.
gonna get through today?
Anything Version1
I think
wants
they're
to
both
get
going to
in
get through.
You
I think they're
see
both gonna get through,
NUTURN
too.
slowly working their way towards middle because in the previous round, as we saw, Penny had wrapped his way.
But you know
around
me and my
through B and was
predictions, man.
behind Allow, and they Allow
Yeah,
got the
everything you
kill,
predict
but
comes
you can
wrong,
see
right?
them
Yeah,
adjusting towards
everything.
that,
Literally
expecting
everything.
that
I've
aggression.
gotten one thing right
Penny,
this
time they
tournament.
get through the middle of the map unscathed,
And that is?
much
Sentinels
different
in their
from the
last
previous
match.
round. They're not going to be funneling in from
Everything
the
else
side.
was
As
wrong.
You mentioned, they have Perry and Wine. They're going to work their way
I thought
through
EU was
three
going to own.
onto
I really
A. Looks
did.
like for now, Vanity's going to be the first
feel like
line of
everyone thought
defense,
this.
and, what else but the classic, the Judge, man. Vanity and the Judge. Name a better duo. Lock
The way he just killed that guy, yeah.
They're going to have to go. Allow control
Actually,
middle
so
of the map.
troll.
James punishes him, but the spike goes down.
A few things that shouldn't be happening here for NUTURN, like those
Honestly, this
frags
ain't
going
over.
down, could allow now Version1 to come in.
NUTURN
with
could
the
definitely
bigger,
win
better
this.
numbers.
Yeah,
They have
pretty
two shot-
easily.
Jammies
two
is gonna
shocks
happen.
still.
Dart goes in, that's underneath.
But they're
And
so is
shot
under
out,
heaven.
They have an idea where one is,
Kinda
Doug. This could be a
unlucky.
tough post-plant hold.
Player standing.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
snake bite was there as well. Perry.
no.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no! Oh no!
Spotted a little bit of
Oh.
something, but
So it's the
wasn't able to
Astra
deliver.
debuff.
So
You play
V1, they
Astra, your
follow,
aim
they-
just
they hold
gets
serve.
worse.
See what we expect out of them so
Yeah.
far.
Man,
Just
U-turns
get
managed
recoil.
to the last
This
couple
is-
of rounds, right?
He
They'll
was
show a
tracking
little.
him right
And
there.
I think we need to keep an eye on that stuff, right? What is NUTURN doing? They'll show a little B, they'll exploit the middle of the map, but that's now 2 rounds in a row where they end up back at A, and while it was a slightly different variation of what we saw in round 1, the outcome was the same.
They're playing the numbers game. The lower the clock goes, the better chance you have at having at bringing more numbers to a site than the defenders have. That's what NUTURN's doing. The clock goes down, you know the defense has rotated out. Chances are you're not going to meet more numbers there.
And the
just
best
way
part
the
about
defense
watching
pans
V1
out,
is that
but
they're not
that's what they're
winning.
doing. That's where they feel most comfortable.
It doesn't look
because
like
right
they're
now,
winning
the
off
game
of
is
like
on. Saw
gimmicks
that from
or
last map. It's a little
aggression.
bit shaky possibly.
They're just playing
trying to
well.
get themselves into the
Smart.
most comfortable position
Yeah,
before
or
making
Haven was
something
more like
happen,
V1
and
pushing and
nobody
killing them. Now
on
it's just
Version
like
1
they're
is
just
gonna let
playing
you
back,
comfortable
and
here
they,
on
I feel like they
safe
realize now
We
that
can do an
they're
analyst
probably the
segment on
better
that
team
play
here.
alone, but we're
And
gonna run out of time as Penny
Oh,
Penny is
that
still
was
pushing.
okay. That was a little questionable, but
punishes it. I want to take
he should have won
Penny's
the
still
duel.
pushing mid, but
Yeah,
yeah.
Penny's still being Penny,
with the
but
fake smoke, right? And like that's a space that it buys. It allows you.
A lot of
to
people
pass
feel
it and
differently
leave the
though
question
about
mark on
that.
the other
Obviously
team
they're
around,
wrong.
did
Like
somebody
a
work their way
lot of people
through
were
that
talking about how
but
they're
Vanity
super
read it like a
gimmicky.
book. He knew exactly where Perry was going
Like
Yeah,
to
well-
be
to
to
land that
Team
kill, and
Liquid,
that's
they were
big.
just like
That
gimmicky as
said,
fuck and
V1
just
still
not
had
true at
the
all.
advantage, although they're
I think the reason I think that is because they watched the first map and a lot of like bullshit happened in that map. But what they don't realize, a lot of bullshit happened in Liquid's favor too.
Yeah.
That map was just a mess.
It's
went either way.
It literally was a mess. They might lose this. What are they doing right now? I literally I just cursed them. It was jinx or something.
30 seconds left in the round. They're gonna have to force it through tree.
You gotta
Like-
judge.
Like everything
not-
I just said was wrong.
Well, it's the turn of the match where like you should be playing more passive. Like you know you're the better team. They're saving. You don't need to really push and die. They got the round.
I'm glad they
but-
cleaned it up there, but like that
Yeah.
was weird.
Yeah, I feel like they're just feeling themselves now. They're just vibing. They're just pushing, getting kills.
As he judges new turn around
Yeah.
Gen on A.
Penny probably was just like they're
It's just
ecoing. Let me buy a Phantom,
having
just
the
push
right
mid,
numbers,
see if I can get
right?
one. Don't have a
It's
kill
whether
yet,
or not
but
you're gonna be
didn't
at the
work out for
right
him.
site. And as I explained it last round, unfortunately, they chose the one with more Version 1 members at the end of the round. And it's becoming a pattern. Right now, you got to think, how does Version 1 have all of these mind bullets they're sending out to read these plays? It's uncanny. Gun round on both sides. We do have the Blade Storm Frenzy from Allow.
You see the Nanostorm and the Gravity Well combo coming out from NUTURN at the exit to trees. So there's value. They've invested utility to control that area of the map every single round because they want to work the middle, but they've gotten the middle before Riv and they haven't been able to do anything with it.
And this is an incredibly different setup as well from V1 with now Jammies on the right towards A. All of the util, Sentinel, Initiator utility towards that left side of the
So
site.
quick on that,
They're expecting something big here for the gun round.
cloud
and they
burst.
want to be able to retake. A little bit of a lean rotation
Oh, no,
coming
they
out
might
of
run
FE's
in.
here as they reconsider what NUTURN might be doing.
Oh no.
Trailblazer comes
Yeah,
through,
kill the
and it looks
support,
like
too.
a
Oh,
small
no.
commit here to get some info
The
from
judge.
Yeah,
It's like a good spot to be in, but he should get clear. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
You would think that. You would think
No.
that.
Oh,
No
my.
way. No
Oh,
way.
my.
The third suggests it's just down to crumbs on health, 33 HP.
It's so
FE's
hard
are
when he
showing
has
up as
Zelsis
well.
to support
It's
him,
already on
too.
this side of the map. NUTURN don't want to have
Oh,
anything to do
my.
with it as they somehow
He got
through the
doggied.
chaos
He
of the
got
buckshot,
double flash,
walk
and
away
still
with
walks
the
away
Dude,
with
you
two
have
and a half
utility
kills.
for that, man. You didn't need to just wide swing on him. You would know that it was a judge for one. He shot it.
He shot the dog
He
with the judge, yeah.
He shot the dog with the judge. You know it's a judge. You got shock darts. You got the little swarm grenades.
33
You could use a suck at least.
and a dream
Like, I don't
on
know.
this one. He does
They just
hear the
wide
dash,
swung
but
on a
Penny
judge. It's so
is
risky.
too quick on that. And like I said, a different
Also
look at where they
alone.
put jammies
That one
there,
guy was
but
he.
usually
I think it was the
Version 1
Killjoy.
will
He is
only
so far
put
ahead.
2 towards B.
Yeah, the first guy that swung,
So having 3
was
there
it?
was probably a bit of a turn.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Killjoy. Yeah.
Killjoy.
Side here.
like there's literally
Usually
nobody
Vandy's
even
doing a
close
little
to
bit
being able
more
to trade him
rotating
here.
around, but he uses the
Both those
shot
players that
roll
were
and
first and
sonar roll
second,
there coming in
it was
from Effie's.
Killjoy,
Bottom
which
work.
could have thrown swarm
The judge comes
grenades,
up big
and
here. Vanity's
Sova,
not
which
afraid
could have
to use
used
it.
shock
Back to
darts.
Sheriff's here. One Phantom is allowed.
Yeah, the shocks came after
after
the
yeah,
first guy
Yeah.
already swung and died.
They continue.
They're on the different page, dude. They're shaking in their boots. NA's up.
They're feeling the pressure here, huh?
Yep.
But the play has been the same.
Jesus.
Here.
Oh,
They need.
Don't
that's
worry,
what they
Judge.
need right there.
Like aggressively
Oh.
went in by himself this time. Got
Yes.
Oh.
He's already good for
Ooh.
2, Riv.
Make it interesting.
This is the solo that Version
Yes.
or NUTURN needs. The fans need right now.
Momentum
As Version 1 gets
shift.
taken out 2 in a row, 3 in a row, if you count the last one. And we're coming up on a minute left here. NUTURN feeling much more comfortable even coming in with this eco round, but they are starting to hit their frags.
They are in, I mean, not a moment too soon. They understand, V1 does, that they've funneled their way onto the site. Celsius is alone. Here is Jamie says not
Does he go for
joined
the
play
ult?
yet,
Oh,
and
never mind. Never mind.
to get a little bit of info. He gets punished at the hands
Smoke.
of Lock.
It was like an eco, isn't it?
That could have actually been with Vanity's judge.
Yeah, they had like
Of
deagles.
all things.
Yeah.
That's they had 2
Yeah,
picks off the
Indeed,
deagles
as
and picked up
James works his way
weapons.
around, you see that Perry, excuse me, Perry's waiting for it. While I was waiting, not able to land the kill.
Are these the lineups that get it? Oh my word, there's one.
No way, right?
Got another one for Jenny, so he's actually just letting himself know where he doesn't need to look, where he can displace somebody, cutting some angles, but he's not going to be able to do enough as
I'm not
going
gonna
to
troll around, but I think that
And
NUTURN's
now
sheriff
from
rounds have looked
Haven
more exciting than the
to
majority of their gun
Ascent.
rounds at
Yeah.
this point.
we
Yeah.
see the rounds of
No
aggression
offense,
being
though.
the ones
No
that
offense, of
NUTURN
course.
Of course.
Speed, aggression coming out of the gate.
Yeah, it's-
Solo grabbing it here, and this is what we saw from
I don't know
Solo's
why that is.
victories, just cleaning up whoever would be standing in front of him at any time. Allow as well.
I would
A
say it's
great
because
job
they
by NUTURN
kind of like
turning it
solo
on
up. Oh
around.
my god. I would say it's because they like solo and they kind of like play a little bit more puggy, but that's also their gun rounds. I feel like.
Dial up. Oh man, the spikes on the side of A, and before as soon as the gate goes down,
I don't know if
JD's
they're
the
like have a
best
game plan and things are going wrong, so they don't really know how to react, or like they're just nervous and they're not really like taking the aggressive fights, or they're just losing their fights altogether.
Sure, they have a game plan. I'd like to think that.
Right, so there's room to create something.
mean, you would
even with the
hope.
Viper
Yeah.
Pit Riv, it looks like they want to go in anyway. They've taken Cat. They're posted up down A long.
Oh.
They want to work.
Dude, these Viper ults are so.
Look how
Like,
nobody's
what can you
moving
do
on
about it? If you walk through that, you're 1 HP.
NUTURN wants
I guess you
information.
burn your
Finally
Killjoy
getting
ult on
out of
it,
the
but
You make it
situation.
back? Yeah, you
He's
make it back
Taken
here.
great ground
Looks like-
and control
Absolutely,
by
yeah.
Allow
Yeah.
the rest of the team to start this
What?
off.
Oh, that's
That was
huge.
not.
Right,
That was
Uh,
not the play at all.
Why did he get so like?
I think that it was because he was afraid that they were going up short already, so he wanted to just like run into the Viper ult to be safe because his teammate died. Tree, I think.
They do have a lockdown
So,
of their own,
Yeah, I don't know why he would
but
run
Go
in
into
there.
the
looks
left,
like
left
they
side of
don't-
the
they
ult
don't even
though.
really wanna
Like if
try.
he's gonna go in like that, he might as well go in the left side and
Yeah,
just
they
hold.
throw a lockdown in, and
I don't know,
Latvia
that
says,
was
I'm going to
weird.
take that out with my Hunter's Fury. So,
Shot.
holding for now.
Error in judgment, it
Too
happens.
much.
Could have been the
It
sky,
happens.
the sky ults getting ready to reveal him, plus the pressure on short, trying to just take main.
Yeah, just try to get a kill, see if someone's like close in the Viper ult with 1 HP, you can just one tap him, run and spraying.
Trusting each other. They're right behind each other, shooting over his shoulders. That's how you saw Allow and one other take Tree as they were taking that long as well. Look at, they're so happy. Just dancing back by Gelato, getting a
They're
quick
doing
order
it.
in before the next round, and NUTURN
Don't
showing
call it a
signs
comeback.
of life much earlier here in map 2 to start shutting down version 1.
I'm so
Earlier, track back to the previous round, to the previous map to Haven. They'd lost 8 rounds in a row, right? Before they'd won
Yeah, right,
that
right.
round. So
Really
you
sounds
can
I
feel
sound like
the pressure, and yeah, the
everyone.
map has
I don't get
changed,
it.
but for NUTURN, they needed
You were
to pull
are
themselves
saying I
out
sound like
of
you,
the
Hiko.
catacombs
I'm
that
like,
they were in
what?
from a mental
And then yesterday you said I
perspective
sound like
to work
Sean.
your way into a better,
I don't
more
get it.
advantageous position.
The
And
thing
so
is,
far,
the
that's
three of
what
us
NUTURN
have
has been
very
able to
deep
do. A heavy
voices,
stack towards
deeper than
B.
most
They've
people's,
got
so
gravity well, or excuse me,
I
they've actually
guess,
started.
yeah.
Back towards B, denying information
they're not used to
coming
hearing
in
that
from the
manliness,
defender's
you know?
spawn. It looks like they're gonna try to
So
take
they're intimidated. I got it.
here, and I've not
Exactly.
seen a full hit here. They've tried
Well,
Riv,
I sound like
they just
Scott
haven't been
too.
able
Like
to
I
get
don't
past what you
understand.
wanna set up here.
I can see Ska a little
Yeah,
bit.
I could see that a little bit. The only thing that's a little different, I guess, is like mannerisms. If you know both of you, right?
Tags a few, but nothing to write.
Especially
home
when
about
just waking up.
So Vanity's gonna, because of the information that's been gathered, Vanity's gonna try to push
I,
his way out of A.
yeah,
He
I have
did
a
get
deep
spotted
voice when I
by the
wake up.
alarm bot from Solo, or excuse me, the turret from Solo just then. So he's
Y'all
gotta
gotta
be
get that.
expecting
Yeah,
that.
you
That's
guys
gonna
gotta get a better
force
sleep
NUTURN to
schedule, dude.
have to
I'm up
double
at
down
6
on
a.m.
A
every morning.
because
Weird
of the
flex,
you
but-
have
perception of pressure
a problem.
from that side of
Yeah,
the
that's
map.
not
The
chill.
minute's
That's not
safe as
healthy. That's
well.
not okay.
Options continue
No,
to
it's-
dwindle for
It's. I'm
NUTURN.
not gonna say it's not
Look
healthy.
at
I'm
how
just
version
saying
1
it's
changes up just a little bit of the strategy,
hard.
a little bit of the placement when the gun rounds.
Like,
come
why-
back around.
why
Knowing
add
they
stress
have
to your
hit
life?
back on that economy,
That's not stress
go
though.
for
I
the
wake up
throw.
and I work out and I stream. It's
You're
great.
adding
Version1
stress
is
to your
able to
life.
make
You
these
could do
slight
this
changes
at a
and
different time.
de-stressing. He's like decompressing by doing that actually.
Still,
Well, it depends. When's
possibility
prac?
to take this one if they can get the spike plant in.
4
Latvia does
usually.
have the
Yeah.
Hunter's Fury,
Yeah.
but it seems
That's-
so far
that
away
would-
at this point.
stress.
But I
And a
stream.
shoulder
But I
shot
stream
to
in the
allow
morning.
from
What do you
Penny
mean?
is gonna
Stress,
drop
man.
another one.
You're old. Remember that.
Kid doesn't miss, man.
You can't add all this stress.
He's not.
Trust me, I never forget that I'm old. I cannot get away. I cannot get away from it, no matter what I do. Hiko, you're a boomer. Lol, Hiko, bald boomer. It's like, okay, dude, we get it. I'm old, okay?
Early on, he had to respect. Perry has to.
You just
respect the
accepted it at
possibility.
this point,
That's
though.
I
how
have.
he's
I mean,
working
what else can
Yeah.
you do?
spawn and was wrapping
can't
it
lie
around
to
him. Now
yourself.
Perry's gonna be
Not
able
at
to get
that
away.
age.
He's going to keep the rifle. He stays alive, which is great. But you see
Jesus.
small moments, right? Like that small bit of
I'm
presence,
29 this year,
destroying
so I
the
feel
turret.
it. Trust me. I'm
I
almost
get
gone.
that, dude. I get the same messages as Eco, honestly. Everyone treats me like I'm the same age. It's crazy.
This push right
I mean, you changed your hair to gray, so
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you did kind of ask that. You kind of brought that yourself, Shroud.
That's true.
Information going up cat. No one's on A yet, so you only need to leave one on A. The way Version 1 is able to distribute themselves and get the return on investment they are with info, with frags, is just making it so hard for NUTURN to do anything. Let's see here. This time it does not look like
They're
they
flying.
stalled and allows
Something
the
quick
site to start.
and
Oh gosh.
that aim just ain't there.
Yeah.
To be
But,
fair,
like,
I feel like
he
if
had-
you don't have a good enough execute, it's hard to break through
drops
like
his
Viper
round
and
100
Killjoy
free.
and Astra, right? It's really hard.
Yeah, but also look how far he was in comparison to his team.
Makes sense. Did he dash?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, well, he
He
didn't.
dashed him, yeah.
Normally, you take main and then you dash out, hit the switch, do the thing, you know.
Okay.
But he
Oh my
dashed
word.
on the initial
Penny is
B
heads
main
up today,
swing
that's for damn sure. No
and just
tails.
ran out.
Perry
I don't know.
takes down
It's kind of
Jammies
weird.
with the Phantom.
Crown was also pretty fucking trash too. Like
And
it
we're
just
looking to see
literally,
what
as soon
he
as
can
that
do
happened,
again.
it was all
Hey,
over.
Perry always being the last one alive, anchoring around, making sure he can.
They had
be an
no
asset
like
for him, but
answer
it makes
for
a
it. It's just
tough
like, all right,
situation
fall
when you
back, go
cannot
for a little
regroup with
picky
your
pick.
team Due to what Version 1 is making happen
Nice,
here.
precise gunplay.
It's gonna be a little.
Why did
soiree at the cafe.
Zelsus go in like that and Penny just dipped?
Oh
God.
dear. Oh dear. That is a hell of a hedge. Effie's takes down Perry there with the Odin. And they continue to run the map now with a few rounds in their favor. It should be, again, another save coming out. We'll see what happens if they decide to fully save up for a few rounds of buy to come back on to Version 1.
Yeah, man, you can feel the financial
Yeah,
implications.
we
of
haven't
it,
really
right?
seen
That's 2 rounds
NUTURN
in a row where
really
Perry
do
has to
anything
try to
that
save
crazy yet.
Nothing
in
special,
order
that's
to-
for
to
sure.
keep their finance
Like I feel like
better
there's you could
spot.
like
The
jet
previous
smoke
round,
dash and have like a
just
sky
ways
flash
that
that comes
worked
out to
out.
support,
But
or
this
like
time, they
they
had
could
to
try to
drop it.
do
So you see
something with like
investment out of
Astra.
That's what they
Suck and
tried
stuff,
last round.
but
out of Lakia.
They
And
jet
as they're
dashed
calling
and
a
followed a
timeout
flash
on the side
outside of
I
B.
think this is a pivotal time
yeah,
too,
but
because
okay.
this
To be
half
fair,
is still
you can't
salvageable.
like the
Right,
way
you
that
also
people
had
used
it
to
under
play
zero.
with
You
like
have the
Jet
positive
going in
vibe,
first
but
and their team
the
kind of trailing.
window
You can't
for
really do that in
opportunity to
current
get
meta.
back in
Like
the
you're gonna
stack
get Viper
gets
mollied,
smaller
you're
and
gonna get
smaller.
Killjoy mollied, you're gonna get Astra sucked. So you almost have to like kind of bait
Buying
out
on
the
off
utility
rounds is a thing. They have a
behind,
bit of flex
like
and
in
money.
front of the
There's a
Jet
few
instead of
saving,
behind,
there's a
because
few
you know
buying
what
armored
you
up.
saw just happen is what
I feel like
happens
they need to
when
collectively
the
get on
Jet
the
dashes
same
out too
page
fast,
here.
and then
Yeah,
the whole
you have
team gets stuck
Bladestorm,
behind
yeah, you have
Viper
this
wall,
stack.
Viper
Yeah.
molly,
That
Astra
works.
suck,
There is
Killjoy.
full
Like
util around the
can't
board.
do anything.
But as soon, okay, so we actually have Suggest going back over to 1. That feels a bit better. As soon as somebody like that what are you doing to me, NUTURN? I guess we're just chatting. They haven't purchased yet. But I was wondering
Why do you
if they're
play
going to
Mask?
save, if they're going to do these rounds. We saw
why
when
not?
Version 1 played Liquid. It was a slugfest on some of those maps of partial buys, keeping the econ going. And it's good to see that NUTURN wasn't flexing towards that. It's kind of story
I've
I had going
seen
when I saw the
this
buys, but
before.
keeping it safe here. They're all together on the buy as they get a tactical timeout.
NUTURN doesn't know what
And
to do.
Let's talk about what we might want to see them do here. Because when
Isn't
they keep
V1
going
good on
up,
Ascent
they
too, though?
keep getting stopped by
check
only
their,
a few
map.
bits of
They're
utility.
pretty good on
It
Ascent, yeah.
seems more like that is based on.
I mean, it's
knowledge
NA,
going
man.
in the
Like,
site
well
rather than
they don't
rounded.
have a
only
weakness.
allow pass through.
Only
It almost-
strength.
Toxic screen
To,
on the
to me,
left.
it feels like
Everybody
anytime a
else could
team
basically
runs
pass
Astra
through.
Viper,
They're
if you
dead,
also
but
don't have
you're
Astra
there.
Viper,
It
you're
just
on the
seems
back
like
foot.
that,
Like
bit
if you're
just
playing a
going to
team that
this
has an
round
Astra and you
is
don't have an Astra
really,
yourself,
really
let alone
hurting.
Viper,
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I
you're
would have to
always
agree
on the back
completely.
foot.
And
They
again,
got to keep going with their util.
Like
they have
think
to,
about
right?
this.
And again, it's just a point I was
NUTURN
making
literally
earlier.
doesn't
It
have a
seems like
smoke,
NUTURN
or they have
understand
Astra,
the
but they don't
gravitas
have
of
like
the
the
moment.
secondary
They
smoker.
have
They
to
don't have
invest
the,
in rifles.
they have like
to
the
make
single
something
molly
happen here. They
from
have certain tools to do
from
it.
Killjoy.
Like I
The
mentioned,
Viper
they've got
molly
the
on the
100
other,
Fury,
like
and this is a
they're
slightly
splitting up their
different
Astra
look,
and
right? This time they're
their,
looking
yeah,
to
their
work
Astra and
the
their
middle of
Viper,
the
and
map.
it's so
Penny
hard
from
to
the
go
top
in.
rope,
It's just
going
it's
fishing,
almost
looking for a
impossible.
little something,
So you
something.
just
Perry,
prefer the
not
Viper
gonna
instead
find
of the
anything,
Sky.
but the thing is,
That's what
they
you trade
already-
out.
V1
Just
already
matched
has
it.
a
I mean, if they're
considerable amount
gonna,
of information
if they're
from
playing
throwing
Sky
through
Sova, you
Garage,
almost have to
so
get
they
like
know
you
there's
should be
no
able to
heavy
spread
hit
out
coming
and
that way.
default and get
The
so
Spike
much
is
info,
making
and I
its
feel
way
like they're not
towards
really
A,
doing that,
as you see Allow has
and
taken
they're not
top
really
cap
doing anything
control.
off the info they're getting.
I wanted to see something a little different, and maybe it's off the backs of the Hunter
Like I
series
feel like
from
Viper's
Latvia,
definitely
but
more of a defensive agent, as Sky
This
is
is
more of
gonna
an
be NUTURN's
aggressive
prepped here.
offense agent. But
And version 1
You know, I
seeing
guess we'll
these
see what
stars
happens when
early
they
means
swap
they're a bit in
teams. It
position
doesn't
as
feel
well.
like they're
Neutron with the
using,
aggression, three
you know,
from A long.
Sky so well to run into Switch and die them.
He literally
So
got
good.
stunned on Switch.
What can you do?
I do feel also that NUTURN's their plans have kind of been thwarted a little bit early in some of these gun rounds.
Oh,
With like
Penny.
Vanity getting picks.
It looked like he thought he was done.
Could've saved the round.
Lakia takes care of business. Allow gets 2 of his own, tries to get the 3rd, not able to do
I mean, I
so.
guess the round's not over.
Out.
The heck?
And Solo has
He solos.
Ruh-roh.
Oh no.
Here's the bait. Can they bait him? Can they bait him? Lineups are there.
Halfway.
No, they're patient. Zelsis on the defuse. Gets it to half, but drops. Lakia looking
Man, Penny could have won that round.
as the dark gets cleaned up. Effie's alone in a 1v2.
No.
Gosh! Effie's
I'm a little bit ahead of you guys, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second you made that noise, I'm like, no way. He just, okay,
Everybody
he
has
just
their
won.
earplugs in the studio right now.
That's a tilt run.
Just
That's such a tilter.
unthinkable.
That's a tilter.
Once again,
The-
in the Odin transfer,
Were they even clicking their
as
mouse?
he
Like, what
is
happened?
Standing in a family photo. They were looking at him, dead in the eyes.
They like
and
tried
he's
to
able to pull it
3-2-1
off here.
swing, but they like
Absolutely something
hesitated and
else.
then they swung
Yeah,
one after
dude.
the other.
It's such the perfect gun for that too.
might be the best Red Bull clutch
That's
we've
amazing.
seen the entire week. I mean, that was just out of control.
I just think they whiffed. I didn't
I
think
mean, yeah,
the
they
double.
should've won
I didn't think the
that.
double swing was like that bad timed. Like, yeah, it could have been a little bit better, but
Operator in the hands of Penny again.
still, they didn't hit
See
him at all.
the
okay,
willingness
Penny,
of
relax.
Penny's feeling himself now.
to clear out top hat, but much like
And
you
yes.
mentioned so far in this half, they haven't been able to do anything with that. And Riv, you kind of wonder with the
V1's just like a
second
really nice
big
team. They're just trying to give him
momentum
some rounds,
play,
get him on the
like
board.
what we just saw out of Effie's, you
Really
can
friendly.
almost-
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
easy
V1
to
happy to
feel
be
the
there.
air just kind of sucked out of them. How do NUTURN respond?
It's tough. And Doug, look at this strat set
Man.
up on defense by version 1. Sova's out of
Such a
B side
momentum
now.
shift,
Anybody
too.
runs
Like, they're
down
already
lane, you
up.
run
They're
into a
feeling
toxic
so
wall.
damn good
Solar
after
bolt
that.
comes over, and you're
But
supposed
look
to be
at
able to
this.
see
They
who's
have-
in
they're
the
playing
site,
Viper Killjoy
but
on the
it's
same
all
site.
going a little too slow there.
Can't-
There's
what
the
are they gonna
return
do?
by version
Just
1.
happened.
I don't know if he's got
And
two
now they're
I think
somewhere.
he just got two through smoke from spawn, lined up. Oh, Celsius.
Yeah, I think the other key
There was
thing
an
to
arrow on the
remember
site,
there
so I
in
don't
that
know.
moment was
There
Effie's
was
had the Hunter's
a lot
Fury,
going on right there.
and he was playing off site. You can actually see Vanity's about to walk right past the scene of the crime. So he was set up to try to invest that Hunter's Fury to control the site, to try to stop things from going the other way.
Excuse
but wasn't able
me?
to do so. Vanity.
Wait.
Solo
was-
and
that was
Vanity,
key
hello?
Out of NUTURN, right? Like they needed that, especially given how Effie
Absolutely.
just punched him.
That was
in the mouth.
winnable.
That was
That
an
was.
excellent response from NUTURN.
Get the blood flowing for the team. Get a few more alt points in there for NUTURN if they can keep themselves up.
Wonder
in
if that's
these rounds.
nerves.
Maybe start focusing
gotta be, right?
a few orbs. They're
I don't know how
resorting to the
Solo
3-2
missed that
each
much,
time.
and I don't know
Age.
how.
Working for them to fill
Age
the-
diff.
No way, it's aged. No way, it's
Solo
aged.
is old.
Watched by
Solo
No.
is old, to be
No.
fair.
See that Solo's over on the right.
He's
there.
been in the
They
game
have
for a
locked down.
long time.
Hunter's Fury is there for Effie's. Again, an answer from version 1 possibly for this round. So can NUTURN
Applause.
find a way to get that ult up? Can they start making version 1 respect?
I played so much WoW yesterday. I'm
and the control
messed
that
up right now.
Trying to get around the map. Well, there's an
I didn't
answer
hit
right
anybody.
there.
I thought he hit 3
And
people,
look
but that
at
was
the
an arrow
styles
ping.
Out of Effie's.
Well, like, look at the stylistic difference there, right? They know that Solo has the lockdown. Oftentimes, you'll see a Hunter's Fury kept as like
Imagine
a
a
basic
Suna on
core
land.
as a counter to that lockdown.
Bam.
Especially when you're on defense to stop
One day
teams from
soon,
being able
Shroudy.
to
One
easily
day
take
soon.
the site. But Effie's invests that early on to try to clear out some space.
Don't make
and
me
it was
sad.
all off the
I'm
back
already
of
sad.
How well they
I'm-
read
I'm
NUTURN,
a
right? Like they
spectator
thought
this
they had a
event.
bead on where NUTURN was going to be.
The judge there
Hiko
for
ult?
Vanity.
What does that mean?
Not to mention how much money
That's
that
the- that's
continues to
people say
put in
that
pockets
instead
of
of
like
teams
Rosa.
round to round.
Yeah.
NUTURN making a bit of noise as they drop in.
I'm
but
fine
there's
with
the
that.
ult we were expecting.
That's okay with me.
See if they can set this one up. See,
Say it, call it a
waiting,
Hiko
but
ult.
now the smokes are an
What do I
afterthought.
care?
Everything's a bit slower here on the
Sag.
Viper bites,
They're
and
just
everybody's gonna
Sag.
take a bunch of damage and vulnerability when they come through.
Jesus.
It just
This
seems
man is
like
getting
it's not on
destroyed
pace for
downstairs.
what needs to be happening versus version 1.
I've got your trail. 30 seconds
Seeker's
left.
coming out as well. Because Vanity somehow stays alive.
Are they gonna expect
Oh,
him?
that's
That's
so-
That's
a really good Viper ult. But the Sky thing hit him.
Oh.
Jamie's playing around.
Oh, Jammies.
Drop. That's off the board as Allow tries to stay alive. There's Vanity's Judge taking care of business again. Perry clearing things out. Penny.
Oh,
She's weighing through tree.
they're just playing together.
Double
been
team on
clear.
3. Wow.
Courtesy of
It's
Zelsa,
beautiful.
so that's gonna leave Solo
A
and
sight to be
Perry
seen,
alone.
really.
They've got a decent setup here. Perry has to stay
He can still
alive.
win this. NUTURN
That's
can.
so difficult to deal with. Solo's
Very
in a great spot
winnable.
as well. This is certainly a winnable situation for NUTURN. The tap starts. Solo good for one, not able to get the second. That's going to leave Perry on an island. In a 1v2, the Cloudburst.
Are they going to expect him to
He
main
gets
though?
it to half. Penny drops. Perry
He's got
into
to push it.
1v1. And I don't know that if he has enough time. He's got to stick the fight to him right now. He gets it, but is he going to get
RP.
enough for the defuse? No, he's not even
What a
going to
round.
try. Excellent response from NUTURN.
Surprised Penny went so
Oh,
quick into that,
Difference in
like,
the rounds are very
Cloudburst
touch and go,
stick
and
again.
NUTURN is there on the edge to take one for themselves.
I think he just wanted to get it to
but they
half.
are
It
able
was
to
really close to
capitalize,
being
Doug,
half, but
and that's the only
Wait, I thought he
thing
did.
that matters at the end of
No.
I think he
the
did at the end, right? No?
he tried. He almost did,
Well
but
done
it was like
to
1 second
just
off. He got spammed
stop
right
the
before it got to
action on
half.
the post plant and not allow
I
V1
know
in.
that.
For some reason, they always solve
the
puzzle.
judge is
they
so
decipher
good.
what you're doing.
Yeah, I
Vanish
think
comes in,
it's
kills a
insane.
few. The double
Yeah.
team on Cat, and then no one peeked. No one bought.
He looked like a headshot. Hello?
1v1s, and Perry.
Wait, he actually got. He almost had it to half, but he got afraid, so he didn't.
That boy's
Oh, I
cold.
didn't
Ice
realize
in his
that.
Oh, he got
veins, a
off.
desperately needed
Yeah.
regular clutch
To throw another
coming out of
Cloudburst, right?
NUTURN there.
Yep.
As we mentioned, Riv, at the half, like, this is still a very salvageable round. That was a pivotal moment where they needed to make adjustments, and it seems like they've been able to capitalize a bit off of some of that momentum. A 7-5 half, given how the beginning of this map went, that feels like a win.
Beautiful push in NUTURN.
Oh, they're coming back a little bit.
Feeling pretty good
Yeah.
as they make their way into A once again.
You are divided.
7-5 half?
Ultimate coming in from Astra. Cosmic Divide is there, and Allow is going to take a front row seat to heaven.
Oh,
What?
wow.
Oof.
The shock dart was there, and the judge
How?
was there as well. And you look at Solo. Solo's off the play right now. He's still on top
The
of
judge
that.
is
Because He's
how.
worried
What?
about that.
Dude.
He was worried about Penny.
What is
Now they have to
happening?
push
That
their way
was
through.
so
The
sick,
Cosmic Divide
actually.
just
That looked so
narrowly
cool.
keeping a member of
Jumping out of heaven
Version1
and back into the after
Yeah.
to cover.
Vanity has already
As
had
he was
to get
actually
started
about
with
to die,
the pull-off.
too.
Locky has the Hunter's
Yeah.
Fruit, but Effie's just going hunting.
Oh.
Locky's already good for one, but Perry read it like
Oh.
a book. He was playing in wine. There's the Hunter's
Well
Fury.
played,
Penny gets
honestly.
it to half.
Well played.
But I don't know if he's gonna get enough. No, the Hunter's Fury comes in at just the right time.
Beautiful.
Keeping things alive for NUTURN and getting him to a 7-5 half. What a shift, Riv.
I am also such a big fan of Locky's ults. The mechanic he
Vanity
uses,
out
if
here
you
being
didn't
a
see
Judge
it,
Judy
he
Andy,
pulls the
and,
ultimate up from
almost
the
top fragging.
ground, so it's hidden until
10 and
the
7
final
with the judge.
moment when your opponent
Love
can
it.
see it. That actually caused Penny to have to dash. I'm sorry, Allow to have. Yeah, Penny to have to dash away. So, or should say Allow. Now I'm getting all confused here.
We'll see if we can see it, but you're right. It's a really cool thing. Look at the trajectory of the Hunter's Fury on your screen.
Yeah.
You see the
How
guy's
it comes
face
down
mid-round?
and then
I
pops
don't know
back
what
up.
that-
As you were saying, Rick,
Last
that
one.
did that
Why he was doing that while he was
hides
still alive.
where the trajectory is. That
I didn't
hides.
see it.
Gives him
Who
just
was
a
it?
split second to try to dance around that. Very beautiful by Locky.
I don't know if it said the name. I just saw the
Seeing
dude.
the name switch in the top right, and then Penny be back on right. I was like, wait, okay, what? It gets you. It gets you. 7-5 here as they start off, and hey, wouldn't you know, that's an A.
And dude, like Version1
Just
plays
chaos.
so
Dude,
hard
everyone just has
on this like post-playing
no
utility
fear
that
at all.
Jamie's that entire entry was not
They
even
gotta do it, I
close
guess.
to
I mean,
the
they got
site,
shut
right?
the
Like,
fuck
that
down,
was-
but
that was gross. By
It's
Perry. That
happening,
was
baby.
just
We
like
got
a
ourselves the
four-man save
game.
That Version1 attempted, and NUTURN handled that with ease. I think if
Mike,
that's
you're
the plan,
actually insane,
just
by the way,
totally
for
leaving
being
Jamie's
awake right
off
now.
of the entry like
So
they did
tired.
on Haven.
Motherfucker
that
got off
pistol
WoW
suggests that may
streaming
not work.
18 hours
Yeah.
at 2 a.m. last
Waiting.
night.
Very good.
Probably didn't get to bed till
Trust,
3.
Perry.
Up
Oh,
at
yes.
up at 7:30.
Just what?
On
a
at 8.
round from him.
I actually
Like-
missed my first alarm. Didn't even wake
You're
up.
feeling it now.
Just an animal.
For a moment,
I was
you
so
never
sure
doubt
I wasn't
yourself,
gonna wake
but
up at
you're
all.
Why can't I
Like
shoot? Why
just,
does it feel
I know
like
when
I'm
I don't get
hitting
enough
shots
sleep, I
but
sleep
not?
through my alarm.
It's
So
a
I slept
very
through one,
dangerous
but the other
spot
one
to
woke
be
me
in.
up.
NUTURN shaking all those cobwebs off. Now they're feeling
Bad
it.
man.
This is the game we want
You're
to get
still
in
like
this
that, huh?
series.
I remember back in the day
All
too.
You're
through.
still like that, huh?
you haven't. You're still like that. I
Allows
see.
to pushing forward to start
Yeah.
things off here
Some
in the
things
second
never
round
change,
five.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, considerable gun advantage in favor of NUTURN,
Oof.
just pistols.
He's normally
for
not
Version1,
like that.
and
That's
it's
the
gone
weird part.
About as well,
Well,
as you would
You're
expect.
never
Locky
streaming
just
for.
continues
I
to
mean,
pile it on.
it's
A
rare to
fine
see you
game,
stream
flawless
18
round for
hours
NUTURN
and
as
then
we're
wake
tied
up at
at
8
7
a.m.
apiece.
Like,
Now
I know there's a
Version1 are
reason
gonna
now,
have
but
better
that's just
weaponry. This is still a great
ludicrous.
bonus round for NUTURN, so you even question, like, given how the momentum is going your way, do you kind of risk it and
honestly
a little bit here instead of just riding the gravy train all the way to Flavor
if
Town?
V1 wasn't
Stuff to
start
say,
like
but
opening
Version
up
1,
this
they're gonna have a little
day,
bit to
I
fight
probably
back.
would have skipped the first match or
prime
something. You know, if they were
gaming
second or
flawless.
third, I probably would have gotten some sleep.
And it was quick. I think
Yeah, you gotta catch that
as
in a
well,
dub though.
But another
now
reason
Prime
is
Gaming
because I also
Flawless
told
is good
Hiko
to see
Thursday,
come in,
and
but for NUTURN,
if I
that
didn't tell
feels
him
good.
Thursday, I might have just said
Confidence again,
screw
the
it.
fact that what they're doing
Oh,
is
so it's all for
working.
me.
A man of his word.
I don't want to
Yeah.
leave
And they're
people
ready for
hanging,
another round.
you know?
7-7 now.
After I
All
tell
tied
them
up
I'll
on Ascent
be there.
for NUTURN versus Version 1.
So Justin Lakia both have rifles. Spectres the rest of the way. You see a
I got
lot
some
of-
I
sick
appreciate
loot
that.
though.
A little bit of
And
damage.
wow, so that was cool.
Is TBC out yet, or are you just playing, just like raiding and?
It's just the
Classic?
last week of Classic,
Closer to defense
so I'm just still
spawn
doing my last
to
few
deny
raids.
some info if they try to push their way in that way. And this feels
June
just
1st
like
is when it comes
enough
out.
that
Tuesday, I think.
NUTURN have to respect it, right? They've
Oh,
made
wow,
presence
so
across
close.
the middle of the map. They've shot down the wall, and it's just like it's a threat. It's like,
when I
hey,
lose my life for a little
could
bit.
be here.
And I love the wall
What are you
that
playing?
they use over here.
Shaman
at
still?
V1.
Yeah.
They've been using
Cringe.
utility windows, and by
The
that
heck?
I mean
That
when
was
smokes
a
are going
terrible
up
push
and
by
down,
Solo.
walls
That's
are
my
falling.
IMO.
That's when they're taking their shots. Those small windows to find small
Oh.
frags and get
How does-
themselves ahead in the round. Now
What
trying
am
to
I
recuperate
watching,
what
bro?
Effie's body-
These Sova battles are insane.
Dude, that was
What
Lakia
the
was the
fuck?
only one on the site, and he was really kind of flanked in. Lakia had to go nuts there for NUTURN, but now
Why do you
Version
think that was a
1
good
has
idea?
control of the site. You see Allow and the remaining members
And
of
why
NUTURN
was Solo
starting to
so
mosey
far
their way
alone
over,
if they were
but
gonna
as
push
they walk
both of
over,
them?
They just kind of get mowed down. Perry again alone on the opposite side of the map has to save a weapon or attempt to save a weapon to try to get into the next round because they're not going to have much else to work with. Rev.
V1 again feeling that confidence in the first shots as they make their way into the sites with a decent amount of utility. Again, next watch round, watch for Version 1. Having Jammies off
Dude,
by
that
himself
pizza messed
with
me
that
up
wall,
yesterday.
Just an info grabber. Vanity, the
I'm
rest
still
of the team
feeling
in
it
the middle of the
today.
map.
I
Find
Vigor
themselves
literally
into
poisoned me.
something
And
that feels
Chance,
like,
both of them.
success that allows them to go to the
Yeah,
next thing.
chat thinks they're funny
Beautiful
saying, am I
audio
watching
shot.
Hiko save
Prediction
every
there
round?
coming out
Yeah,
of
good
Perry.
one, chat.
See if he can do a little bit more damage here. This would actually help a lot.
Uh,
Armor off. Armor off.
What was
is
the
big
old
help.
one? My name's Hiko.
Grand, so at least
I'm a
they get
baiter.
little
I'll
I'm
see
a
you at the
baiter,
bomb site
yeah.
a little bit later. Yeah.
Been reading that one for years.
Yeah.
Lakia-
Get
and
it out,
Lakia
get
was
it out,
in
get it
the
out.
spot here, and he almost caught Effie's, right? When they first
It's
caught
funny.
each other, it was a swing out. Effie's
fucking
exit
Twitch
split
chat.
out. Lakia needed to get that kill to control that area of the map on the hit onto B. Wasn't able to do so. Slightly different Viper wall here. Coming out from Jammies and an op in the hands of Allow.
Sag.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
they'll
exactly
be just
what
think
I
of it
was
this
doing
way.
about
They'll be
this op,
spamming
and
that at an
it's-
event you're at real
He's
soon.
got some armor.
I hope so.
Got like a bikini armor.
I got a good feeling about it.
I'll
Good, though. He's not-
refresh just in case. Dude, I gotta use the
So now
bathroom.
they might wanna
I'm
close these
defeated.
angles and use a bit more util,
Ow.
push whatever that off angle
Ow,
might be
ow, man,
on the side
ow,
of
everywhere.
NUTURN's defense.
Sorry.
Jammy's already pushed
Hitting
up
my
behind
elbow,
that
hitting
necessary
my-
flash. And again, Jammy's alone until they
My-
need
my-
it. He's grabbing info, letting him know what he sees. Vanity can then make it happen across the map.
Hunter's Fury coming up from Effie's to clear out tree, and then the
One thing I love
duel
about how
follows
Korea
shortly
uses their
thereafter.
ults
Penny
is
with
that,
the
like,
dash. Gonna have the
start
first
low,
strike, but
pull
the
up.
flash was there. The flash stops
The
everything.
Sova one?
Version
Yeah.
1 are stuffed as NUTURN hold
It's
fast.
hard.
They mow down the
It's hard to
members
do?
of V1. Effie's is the
Yeah.
last one standing in a
If
1v5.
the vertical
NUTURN
sensitivities and
not
like
going away, not
it's
going
like a grid
quietly
kind
into
of where
that
if you
good night
it like
as they put up
around
one
we
hell
just
of a
flick.
fight.
It's hard to
And
explain.
They read this so nicely with what
But,
was happening
I
around
mean,
the
V1
map. Again,
getting
quietness
kinda
for
owned here,
Version
getting
1.
kinda
NUTURN
crushed.
said
I
power
actually
numbers
feel like the
towards
difference
A
maker in this round
as
was
they
that
slowly
was
put all their
Sky's
util into
flash.
position to shut down
I feel like
what
the
Version
guy
1
that was
trying
Jen,
to
I think
do.
it was Penny, would have killed two there.
Looks like they won't get too much more use
Just so
out of
deep
Effie's.
with that
They may
Sobol.
try to push him at
Yeah.
the end here. But we're possibly seeing NUTURN be able to start to control the economy game if they can get enough.
What kind of happened? They let him in, and as they let him in, they waited. They all hid. Pop,
flash,
peek.
Right now, just
I think Effie's, there was one Gen and there was one Dice, and Effie's was ulting, right? And he hit the guy Dice, and I think Penny either ran in or dashed in. He was Gen, but he got pop flashed by Sky above Dice. Like as he got to Gen. If that didn't happen, he might have gotten the Gen guy. Then Dice guy has to worry about main, and then he also has to worry about Gen. You know, they changed around.
Well, I think we're seeing NUTURN either with an adaptation from how they played the first map, or just like a better plan than how they played Haven, because you see they're not giving them the site for free. They're not playing retake ever.
Yeah, I'm starting to think like Haven just might be a bad map for him. That's because I swear this happened last. Let me check the last BO3.
Yeah.
I'm curious if it's the same map.
Yeah, I mean V1 they have no flashes.
It was
Viper.
Yeah, it was Haven 13-5, and then they 13-5'd on Bind and 13-5'd on Ascent. That's exactly what happened. The same thing.
Beautiful job so far by NUTURN getting back into these sites.
I just think NUTURN doesn't have a good Haven.
Has successfully got them the frags, and Perry's there alone to get 2.
Which really sucks. Having like a weakness like that's bad.
They're just brutalizing A.
Yeah.
V1 is. They just are committing everything to it.
But I think they know it's just going to be hard to go B if that's where Killjoy is going. So it seems like their playstyle is find where the Killjoy is and go the other way, which is good. It's just like they're for an attack side right now, their attack team isn't that good at entering into sites. Like they keep trying to run through this Asher Smoking main and like pop through it, but they're getting sucked. They're just getting crossfire. Their Sky is at A, so they're getting flashed. They're getting doggied, and like how can they really break that defense with 0 flashes? Their Sky has been behind Dice like every time they've went A2, and they haven't even been able to really push them out of there.
Right now, it feels like they can do that without
They're in the lead for the first time.
They got control.
Round per round, make sure it's a bit
more
successful for them. And you can see Version1 now wants the tactical timeout since
I was worried that this wasn't going to happen, but I'm glad it is. Not like NA losing, but how I just didn't want it to be another stomp of a map. That's good.
Yeah, it just wasn't looking good in the beginning. What was it, like 6-2 or something?
Hopefully.
Yeah, and the rounds weren't even close. A lot of those defense rounds.
No, they weren't.
He makes us look way smarter than we actually are. But I want to confirm, I believe this is the first time that NUTURN have the lead. Yeah, this is the first time they have the lead the entire map.
Yeah. I was statsing that one out as we went along, and it's
Do we like the national spams like NA LOL, EU Omega LOL, or like NA PogChamp?
Oh, I love all the spams. They're great.
All the spams are great.
Dude, I feel like it's way more aggressive and way more like toxic in this game than
Version1
and like at least Counter-Strike.
I just think it's the time. You know,
yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
A lot of the Counter-Strike like fans were getting older. The boomers, you know, they're working their jobs. These are. I feel like a lot of fans in Valorant are like 13, mom's basement, mom's credit card. I don't know.
Who lives in basements anymore?
Like, I don't know, man.
A lot of the stars
you know what I mean? They're like
yeah,
in a Zoom. They're in a Zoom call right now in class, like you know, just vibing out.
A lot of what they like to do.
I love it.
The other team is
I love it.
Successfully building themselves up for free.
I love where gaming's going.
Getting a little bit of pressure and knowledge.
I love where gaming is.
I feel like a game like Valorant having a lot of like a younger fan base is really good.
Oh yeah.
See, trading gravity wells, but the one difference is that NUTURN hit a little.
They might lose this map, honestly.
In this instance,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, Zelsis has worked his way forward to try to get the ult orb, and yeah, you got it. But it costs Zelsis his life. Penny looking to do a bit of the same. So you mentioned, Riv, at the beginning of the round, the ult orbs and how important they would be this round. Both of them have already been collected. And now V1 with the blade sword.
Will Penny's individual skill win this round?
They've got the opportunity to reset.
They need to stop the bleeding, right? They need to stop trying to just shove it into A every round.
Honestly, might have just been a good mind game by NUTURN. Usually, you see suggested.
I'm actually surprised. You know, I'm playing against Effies a lot. I'm surprised they're letting this alarm bot sit mid up.
Where they play each other, but Penny says we'll take
one. Oh, there you go.
Back.
There's Penny. He's back.
Penny already good for one. They make the noise, they get the kill.
They're out of here.
And they kind of split A there too. They made this guy watch tree
now he works his way up the
instead of just going all through main.
Earlier, that's going to give some away, and the door's down as well. It's so hard to get through that when you don't have the weaponry.
Unlucky.
Penny's just going to stick the fight to him.
Oh my.
Penny.
Oh my goodness.
Mike spoke it into existence.
They're out looking for blood.
It's not over yet.
I mean, Penny got his.
Onus is
so.
on Penny.
Timing.
How patient is he not able to land the burst? He gets cleaned up
Man.
with what the sheriff does, and it's gone absolutely.
Certainly V1 wins this round, right?
At the beginning of this round, somehow V1 find themselves.
Penny saved the round, man.
Yeah, committed
that
that too.
Out of V1, that pause could not have come at a better time.
Yeesh.
Again, if NUTURN takes
That
a
might
round,
bite them.
version 1 stops the bleeding immediately. Somehow they come through, and a lot
That
of
was
the
so
times,
quick, the first one.
It's not a coin flip. It's just Penny coming through, making it.
I mean, this guy just
rounds.
Look at those nuts.
The fact that but the fact that that actually works is just my goodness.
It's hilarious, shotgun knives, but it's just the nuts this guy has to just go into a blind smoke like that.
I love the play.
Look how bummed this dude is. Look at his face, he's so bummed.
The other guy over there was just hyping him up.
Oh man, see, that's a momentum changer too. Stop the bleeding.
I'll be alright.
Look at this mid setup. 2 pizza, 1 market.
Yeah.
Been back and forth. It seems like
Which is
team
kind of like why.
Go away quite yet for version 1.
I feel like V1 hasn't really been going mid very often.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But why? Maybe because they're just assuming because they haven't gone mid.
Looking to work the middle of the map. There are 2 players.
Maybe it's a read.
You just saw Loud dash his way out.
This is good. Wait, they're not going to expect this guy.
That was strictly info grabbing for V1.
Oh no, the sky flash is gonna hurt.
They're looking like they're gearing for A. I hope this dude clears wine with his molly. Oh, NUTURN just knows apparently. That's
look at that, they know, right? NUTURN started to rotate off. You saw Perry pull the stars back because they know
wonder
at
why.
this point that the hit's gonna
I don't know, they had to tell.
Maybe Killjoy heard them?
Silva Dart's also helping solidify it, I think.
They just cleared all outside B for sure with the Silva Dart.
In a critical spot. Solo is as well.
Solo
they actually didn't clear wine, bro.
Just aging over there in wine. Dougie, he gets it. Perry still stands tall in mid, and they had a lot of mid action before, so why would, version 1 think there would still be some people there? Great job by NUTURN to mix it up once again. 13 seconds onto this, and it looks like it's going to fizzle out.
Man, one Molly wine, and this round's different, right?
100%.
And Zalsis is going to hang out here.
But they're lineup guys, so maybe they wanted the lineups late round. I don't know.
I think what we saw happen on Haven, most of
but they didn't really clear anything V1 there. They didn't clear wine. They cleared the guy out pizza, but they didn't actually push to clear pizza or market. They never had to fall back. Then the Sova Dart late at B let them just all rotate to A.
They knew he could be wine as well because he was outside B or outside A main the entire time.
It's kind of a cool setup though they just did with the turret, putting in like that weird angle and then peeking off the contact. I kind of like that.
Absolutely.
Do it.
I would. If I played Killjoy, that'd be kind of nice.
For the last few, it's been
you just risk they don't molly you, because most teams usually
from both squads, and V1 just hasn't really been able to find a way in. Riv, like NUTURN, they've read them, they've been a step ahead of them for the majority of this half, and look at the space that Solo's taking away, ensuring that Locky.
Damn, you got that pick in mid.
Get that ultra to bring that ultimate online. Now they haven't.
He pushed through the smoke again and die.
Power first. Power.
No, the guy peeked off Cat. Either he killed him through the smoke, or the smoke wasn't up yet. I don't know.
And they've lost Penny already.
I think it faded or wasn't up because there's a jet smoke on Cat a second ago. So I think he got the kill and just dipped out.
4 ults on the side of version 1, 3 up here on the side of NUTURN. All of those quite impactful for a site take. Still,
NUTURN's taking a page out of V1. Gotta judge on short.
Perry gives them a great idea that they can start leaning over.
Can't beat him, join him.
I don't know. This is they're not winning this round. V1.
Yeah, it's looking real obvious.
Yeah.
A slaughter.
Allow already taking care of
also,
Jamie.
why?
Was waiting for Vanity as well, getting a taste of his own medicine.
This is so low. They've already lost the round, just hoping to get lucky.
Not a whole lot of room.
Alive there.
Not a whole lot of room to breathe.
And now just nothing.
NUTURN's defenses have held up
Throw in
very
one
well.
B, throw in one cat.
Of course, as
No
I say
way,
that,
they're gonna
it's
win
got
off
the GPs
whips.
across
They're gonna win off
solo.
whips,
Oh,
bro.
golly.
No,
you?
that is
Gotten on the
so.
site. They also
I mean,
have
they,
the
I think they're still gonna
lockdown
lose,
as
but
give them a bit of
the fact that they
room to
got
breathe,
the
but
site
suggest-
is crazy.
Oh, okay.
Wait, he just gets spammed.
Yep.
Oh, but the timing,
Wait, they're
the
going for
timing
they're going to
just
stop the plant through the killjoy.
barely gets it down,
That's
but
crazy.
isn't able to do anything past that.
They,
I mean,
they should not even
ha-
gotten in the site.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to take a
Absolutely,
2v5
VP.
to a
That's gonna be closer
2v2
on
with a
deck.
bomb
Seekers
plant,
for
right?
Suggest.
Yeah.
Great
I can't believe they got
retake.
spammed.
Confident
If
play
he didn't get
there.
spammed, there was a
Version
chance.
1, you can see
Big
just
chance.
how
I'm not really
scary
sure
these
why he
rounds can
planted
be
not
for
safe there
NUTURN
too. I
with
guess he just
people just coming up
expected
with
since
2,
the killjoy ult was
3Ks
down
on
that
these site
they
takes in
weren't
the
going to
last
even
moment. So
contest it,
NUTURN
but
reacting so
if he
well
plants
to
safe, I feel like
instances where might
they
be down in numbers
probably just
immediately or even
win
in
that round
numbers,
maybe.
and then
Or at
playing
least
it to
it's
their favor.
winnable.
Yeah, there we go. Some gentleman's warfare. Yell nice. That's what we love to see. I absolutely love everything we've been getting out of the player cams. It's so fun to watch these players, and they look like they're having a blast here. NUTURN, a little bit more so on this map than the last one, I'd say, Doug. As
Valorant.
they have, like you said, 11-9 and close to that game point.
Yeah, and V1, they have a mixed buy here. You see a couple.
You like the Odin meta, Shroud? You like
Spectres and a
watching
couple
it?
of
Yeah, it's
shares, so
great.
Not what they're going to want to bring
Actually?
into this thing, and
Yeah.
you kind of feel
It's
that
interesting.
pressure as NUTURN. At one point,
I like
one
that it's
round
just
away,
another
excuse
thing to
me,
think about.
from being on map point. This is a,
And that's why I also
That's
like
okay.
the Guardian, because the Guardian can sometimes be a counter to that. Because when you wallbang with a Guardian, dude, you counter spam that Odin. Oh my god, so much damage. You could two-shot somebody.
Yeah, through the same wall.
Available
Double
for
headshot him.
Version 1. They love to do this. It's kind of one of my favorite combos to see because you're just on the other side of Cosmic Divide. And you see this wall grow through it. It is a save round. I don't know if they'll try to execute it here. Allow coming up with almost 2 as Effies and Penny trade back.
Well, dude, they've already invested the Hunter's Fury. What more are they willing to invest as they're getting mowed down? But things are really being traded back and forth.
Solo?
Vanity's alone.
You forget one was side, or
Good for one.
Yep, he did.
Vanity, the
Completely
captain,
forgot.
Version 1.
He's old, I mean, come
Trying
on.
to make some
Okay, yeah, he's old. He's
my
old.
god.
Dude, what?
Clutching a damn good
They just
one
turned
at
into a
that,
turret
as
for a
Vanity
second.
gets
Oh my
three.
God.
Economy's busted.
crouch and
What a
sit still,
response from
spamming.
North American representatives.
What can't this man
That's a tilter
do?
too, dude. People are like, Solo, what the
Honestly.
fuck are you doing, bro?
Cat ears, leading the team, calling the shots.
The last
making
2
the
rounds
shots.
are.
Holy
I don't think
moly, the pressure's on, and it
the
just
V1 should have
feels
even been close to
like
winning.
ankle weights for him, nothing more.
Like, if Solo just has his gun out there,
Just
he
the-
kills Vanity.
the
That dude has a Spectre
consideration.
underneath.
In the,
Oh.
in the Spectre Dwarbala.
Spectre
You know
versus
what I
Odin.
mean, Doug?
I do.
Kayota. Let's go. 11-10 here, NUTURN. Like you said, the economy's going to be a bit in shambles, but we'll see if NUTURN can right the ship.
Man, that was a
V1's
very
finding a way to
important
do it.
round, actually.
Look,
They
they're
don't have
dialing
money.
up something a bit more aggressively here, understanding they have NUTURN on the ropes as they're going to try to dash their way in, but the Hunter's Fury coming out from Lakia, looking to equal.
Oh, what is happening? Get this replay off my screen.
I can't see the
Jesus.
trophy.
Either way, they won
Boy
it.
open like an egg.
No
You've got
guns
Solo
versus
on the
guns.
flank, but you've got Jammies just a step
What
ahead.
a game
as
right
Lakia's
now.
left
Actually,
alone. Now,
wait, didn't
yes, all
someone
he had
invest
was
in this? I
classic,
think they
but
had a
I
gun.
think you
One person-
really have
I
to
think it was their
stress
Sky
the
bought
importance
Phantom
of
low
the
armor.
previous round, as we
That
mentioned
was
it from a
sneaky
financial
peek. I wish they would show
perspective,
money in
that
this.
very well could decide the map
Knowing they
and the
don't.
series.
One of the most impactful rounds. for
Right
sure.
here,
And
where's the
fact-
money?
The fact that
I think it
has
comes up
been
towards, like, the
twice
very
now,
end of
even
freeze
more
time for,
times
like,
throughout
a
the
couple
series,
seconds.
that V1
Yeah, they
is
need more
able to
time on
just
the money.
pull it
Money's
back
important.
On the next
Yeah.
round, well being down.
I love how
Right
even
now, it'd be-
though they've like lost a lot of these A rounds, they're still just hitting it.
Clutches that.
They're sticking
They're
to it.
just, their mental's not phased. Like, I love that. It seems like NUTURN, like, based on face cams alone, that they kind of get shocked a little bit.
You can see the frustration, right?
Yeah.
Lose around. Yeah.
But whenever you look at V1, it literally looks like they're just happy to be there. Like, genuinely. Like,
What is
no
it? Okay,
cap.
what is this meme? What am I missing?
Mike said that was talking some ish about Brazil just happy to be at the, or no, right? That's what it was. Brazil.
It's
just being
because
happy to be at
it's because
land
one of the
and not
Brazilian
trying to win.
teams basically said they don't watch any of the matches they prior to this, during this. They're not watching or studying or anything. anything.
Right
and then
there.
then the meme basically, they're happy to be there. That's it. Doesn't matter. They're just having a good time.
I don't even know if it's true, but I believed it because Ryan said it. Freakazoid said that there was an interview where Brazilian said, like a Brazilian coach or something says they weren't studying anything or watching VODs or anything like that. And then Mike was just like, yeah, they're just happy to be there. They don't care about winning.
It's true, man. Sometimes it's all it's about. You're just having a good time. That's the whole life. Happy to be there. Happy to be playing. Did he just run and gun that guy, dude? He didn't stop moving. Effies.
Wow. Insta shutdown.
That would have been so huge, dude.
Well, Suggest was bummed right there.
What? Oh my god.
What a
No.
6 feet under.
What a legend.
No.
That's a Chad.
They don't-
That's a Chad play right there, dude.
No, they don't lose the round like
Fuck
that.
your Molly. I'm going through.
The Molly and just absolutely no fear, no care.
Wow.
That's one of those situations where if you go slow too, you definitely lose, I feel like.
And then
he's just like, fuck it, I'm sending it.
on the play. And these are the plays right here. And they realized it was happening when they heard him running. But
Zelsis and abilities in his hand, taking fights.
Man, that is a hype round, dude. Oh my god.
And you just solved the puzzle so quick.
Now they're frustrated. They're like, now they're tilted.
Look at those faces.
Oh, I mean, how can you not get tilted at that? That's crazy.
Sometimes that shit happens. It's not like they misplayed it. They just didn't expect this dude to fly out heaven.
NUTURN.
Balls of steel right there from that guy. At such a crucial point of the map to just jump out, dude.
Well, think about like the Sky killed the Viper before the Viper all even went down too. That was probably like that was another big thing that happened. That
not good there, but allows
Uh-oh.
Phantom was.
That's a big whiff right there. And they have a counter killjoy ult.
They missed the utility too to flush him out.
But the thing is, there's no
and he's getting healed. Oh wait, they didn't miss. It's just not hitting up on top of the buff. I thought it would.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're Sova right now. Effie needs to save his shocks for this Killjoy ult, but he just wasted
Why
it.
did
So.
Killjoy not?
And wait, Killjoy also didn't ult.
He just ran in. What? Solo's so old. Holy shit!
Oh, I actually can't believe he didn't just throw his ult there.
But he probably wanted to. He probably wanted to get closer to do it.
No, you don't do that though. You just do it the way that you can. Why would you do that?
Even if you're gonna risk it, you don't risk it by running in first. If anything, I just take the safe ult. Yeah, you take the safe ult.
Everybody trading.
Oh my god! What a toss!
Of plays to come down to an overtime now.
The fact that they win the 2 rounds ago the way they did, and then they lose that round like that, I don't even know what to expect anymore.
NUTURN to pull themselves back from that first map.
Hats off to V1.
Just absolutely forget about it and now put
because they didn't look after that last tilter to actually come back. I mean,
they had a plan. It's not like they were just tilted and then they just like rushed. You can tell they used their utility correctly, their ults correctly, and they had a plan. So. Shit, if that was old C9, we're running in. Losing the map.
Let's see what we got, Doug.
Am I right?
Operating in the hands of Penny because of the
again.
overtime rules, he's not going to have
next. See you next land.
It's just going to be rocking that glass cannon. See that smoke go up, go down. I think,
Damn.
Riv, I think he saw it. I think he saw Solo's gun.
Solo's gonna rewatch that if they lose this and be like, really? I'm trolling.
I can't think of any other explanation other than they wanted the better
like
ult.
a Christmas tree, there's so much there, but allow somehow gets through undetected anyway.
We're
finally seeing some aggression out of NUTURN, not A.
I love it.
It's their turn now. It's their turn now.
Come on, NUTURN, bring it to a third. But at the same time, come on, NA, they ain't shit.
And here comes the rest of the play.
You know?
Great job by NUTURN setting up the post plant. This is going to be a tough one.
Oh, Solo on this huge lurk. Check the minimap.
On the flank as well. They don't move. This may be ugly. Bandit already good for one. Suggest trades it back out.
It's gonna be too late
joins in on the fun.
No, it is not.
Oh, let's go Solo!
Solo on Penny.
He's got
Solo on Vanity.
I'm out to 1v1 and a lot of things just
Excuse me, now
happened.
it's Effie's. Effie's once again in a 1v1 pair.
No way. No way.
He's just so solid.
The clutch king. Are you kidding me?
This guy's insane on this map.
You gotta hit some jiggles there. Like you gotta jiggy him out a little bit. You can't just.
I mean, you have so much time on the defuse.
Yeah, exactly. At least like give him the half or something.
And Effie's he's usually not their star, but man, he is playing real well this map and event.
Version 1's retake. Oh my word.
He has 28 frags right now. He's banging fulls through the floor, 180, clutching.
Right, and like you look at this
V1
looks damn good.
How does what happened, bro?
It looked like V1 was losing that, but somehow it turned into a 1v1.
How cracked out he can be, but he's not the first
Effie's
person
was just fragging on site though. To be fair, we missed a couple of kills on the T-tours.
Yeah, I think they got like Sova scanned under heaven. They got spammed.
One did underneath, and then the other one I think just won a fight on the guy heaven.
Just all out play. He has been able to do it when called upon. 13 to 12, Doug. This could be it for NUTURN in the upper bracket here.
They're hitting
Version 1 looking to solidify a game point.
Oh.
All right, the hard hit onto B. The dash comes through.
They saw all 5. They know they're 5B.
Shocker trying to clear them out.
It's all in the frags now.
But Solo big.
Solo 1-2 though.
The gravity well is going to try to pull Celsius out.
We might be going to another OT.
He's going to go solo. How much
Dude,
more
this guy
do you
did.
have
It's
in
looking
you?
pretty likely.
Solo just ran up sidewalk by himself. Just one.
He kills 4. He kills 4.
To try to put
He could
NUTURN
win.
away.
No,
He's
no
got
way.
some utility. He's
Well,
got full armor.
It's possible.
Okay.
He has alarm bot still, but
Cloudburst denying info. No, he's not able to do it. The Cloudburst.
That's awkward because you only see like half his body. Not even, right?
And your brain is like, oh, I want to just not spam right away to the box.
That yell caused 3 coworkers to look at me funny because I'm playing you on speakers on low volume. I'm sorry. That yell wasn't like weird or anything. Like if you think I'm weird, then you're just weird. You never just hit a good stretch that you just have to like
33 years of
just gotta go.
life experiences in his brain.
What a game! What a map 2 we have so far.
He's gotta make up for that.
Yeah. To keep it going.
He'll win you some and he'll lose you some, but
when
when he wins you some, it'll be pretty.
Yeah, this guy killed 2 at switch and then just runs up sidewalk. Doesn't even wait for his team. Kills 2 more on site.
I mean, he might win you some because he loses you some. You know?
There you go.
Because like the plays that he does to lose you some, those turn into wins. Right? Because like think if he didn't get kills there on that lane aggression, he just would have looked like an idiot.
True.
I think that's just his style. You know.
But at the same time, you're not guaranteed any round, even if he gets 4.
Fake on B right now from NUTURN. Fake on B.
Oh no.
You know Solo didn't see Penny there, but Penny saw Solo.
There's
Yep.
not much of a bite. We can see the rotation
That's
from
a
Vanity.
bummer.
Yep.
That's a bummer.
All the way back across. That thwarts the entirety of the play.
Thwart.
Spike's not.
I learned what that word meant.
Unfortunately, that was seen by Penny.
Because of Marvel
Now,
Champions.
NUTURN have to come up with a second play on the round.
Yes.
On the benefit for NUTURN here is that they had mid control, right? So they can invest back that way easily. Although things went a little bit sideways, they can adjust with just over 40 seconds
At least we got
left
a game on our hands.
in the
at
round. It
least.
seems like they're trying to potentially work their way around.
Hello?
Locky
Did Discord die?
deep in, and
Nope.
how many times did we
Nope.
see
Okay.
Locky
NA
cause
internet?
problems from this exact spot in regulation time? And by golly, he's
Are
doing
you
it again.
still
If he
in
drops,
Mish?
that's not a safe
Same.
way to go.
Michigan?
Yeah.
Give them a bit more room, them being NUTURN.
Did you forget
to try
Michigan?
and on
Yeah.
the spike
No, I
jump.
I didn't like forget Michigan. I just wasn't
They've
sure if
gotta
it was
go A
Michigan,
here.
you know?
There's
Yeah,
really no other
I'm
option, and they're
still here.
walking into Penny's
Why is
operator.
Vanity in
Jiggle,
no man's
the
land
knife,
right there?
Nothing
What?
showing. Great patience out of Penny, but his position's been given away. He has to
We
dash
don't
out.
lose off
Celsius good
that.
for 1.
Nah,
7
Celsius
bullets
got
left.
it.
5 seconds left on the clock. They've got to get the spike down. Perry
Gotta-
just playing in the
Never
nick of
mind.
time, but
Suggest
comes
is
out.
feeling it.
Oh
The spike goes down
no.
now.
The
It's on
whiff.
Jamie's
Not
keeper,
like
giving his
this.
position away.
Jammies ain't gonna win this round.
Has to come up.
Dude,
Jamie's
he has no
good
utility to
on.
play around
The kill
either.
gets traded.
Vanity kind of
NUTURN
just got caught.
takes
I don't know
the
what he was thinking, but
Beautifully
he was like
played
in the
by
middle
NUTURn
of
there.
nowhere for
The
no
double
reason
peek
with
is
like
all you
15
needed.
seconds
They
left.
walked out together, hip
Also,
and hip.
Penny, I
Great
feel like
fun
Penny
to
gave
play
up
to secure the round, but
like
it means
that position,
so
having a jet
much.
dash still.
Match point.
I don't know if I was a huge fan of that.
Side of NUTURN here
He could have
as
just kind of walked
Version1
across instead of dashing.
looking
Maybe.
to keep this one
Yeah.
alive for themselves.
Did you like right there? Did you see where Suggest just one shot Vanity?
No.
He died in the front of A main. He's just walking around there for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to get to A main, but
in this matchup.
Yep.
like 15 seconds left. It's probably not the time.
Dude, NUTURN is hyped up. I
I
love
was gonna say,
it.
I love they just stand up and they're just cheering themselves on. I love that.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of
Yeah, they're not
utility
out of it.
On aim. On out aiming. Version1. Here we go, round 28.
Version1 backs against the wall. Jamie's got messed up there, man. He's gonna have to peel back a little bit, but Penny is taking the middle of the map. No, the nano swarm's there.
The crunch.
Oh my god.
Lakia mows down 2 members of Version1.
Wait.
As now he's anchoring still
Is
back
that
on the
Odin?
site, retreats to safety, 1 point away from having the 100. Keep that in mind. The
They gotta help him from the back. They're gonna win this map. They're gonna win this map. They are winning this map.
That smoke was so good for him though. And they came through at the same time.
Very little as Vandy
Dude, what a map. Oh,
Wild.
So many trades going onside.
They got battered, but they're the last one standing on a set.
I'm like Shroud. While I'm not happy that V1 lost, I'm happy that it wasn't a blowout at least.
Yeah.
We're going to a map 3 versus Version.
Yeah, I'd love for V1 to win, NA, whatever, right? But
Whatever.
Good map.
Yeah.
Good map.
At the end of the day, you just want to see a good tournament.
Yeah.
Like, even if your region loses or wins, I just want to see good Valorant.
Like seeing Version1 take that B site at the end. Why not push Lakia? The Version1 in a few rounds before.
Well played from honestly. Both teams.
But that was
Split last.
We haven't really seen NUTURN on Split this tournament because everyone bans it because they're scared.
And that's, I think, what we expected.
I think, if I remember correctly, I think NUTURN has a pretty good, like a good split.
Now we're getting that.
I was gonna say you made that decision or you called that out before vetoes were even done. You're like, man,
I just wasn't paying attention.
It went to OT. Yeah, I think it was what 15-13. Not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, double. I think it was double. Yeah.
Man, this map started really quickly, I feel like. That was like 7 minutes.
No downtime for the boys. Let's go. Get into it.
They're probably already behind schedule a little bit.
I think second BO3 is supposed to start.
Solo's off breach.
10:30, right?
On breach.
Yeah.
10:30.
1:30 for you, yeah.
Suggest
got
on
Solo on
breach.
fucking.
Yeah.
I'll kill Jay-Z.
Do you guys like the Omen here?
Towards garage on B as well.
Personally, I feel like I'd rather have Astra than Omen here.
Yep.
Of course. Makes total sense.
But you'll see with how this team crunches, I don't know. They're not, like, it doesn't fit them on this map.
I just like V1's roster way better. Their picks.
Oh, the turret.
And they're gonna have to
Jesus.
really struggle to get this one in.
That did so much damage.
Ah, he's trying to run, dude. He tried to run. Like, Frenzy's great and all, but that's when it hurts. Doesn't have enough bullets. You hold mouse 1, you get 1 kill, and it's rough to get that second.
Wow. He tried to run, dude. All right, well, this is winnable now for the old boys.
Oh, the cams are flipped. I just realized.
Yeah.
No way they're gonna go back. This won't work.
Frenzy, here it comes. Ooh.
They should have just stuck to it, doubled up heaven, take that fight.
I feel like
They maybe thought that there was 2.
Yeah, probably. Dude, I kind of like the setup, the pistol setup by NUTURN there. They kind of like played give for heaven. They had a killjoy turret on it, and they had 2 guys ready to push B main once they took heaven. They just pushed B main and killed the guys outside B main, and made it impossible for V1 to go B. That was actually kind of sick. That was nice.
And they delayed a little bit with KJ's mollies.
Yeah, like they literally just gave up heaven and just had the turret hold it. Like I said, the second the turret made contact, they just double pushed B main.
You're seeing a bit of a force.
That was nice.
Actually in the hands of Penny, excuse me, but they did put some money into this round. You mentioned the Viper's wall, you mentioned the dash as well from Penny as he's gotten his way up to heaven, not triggered by the killjoy turret yet. I think one thing we have to keep in mind here, especially on the attacking half, is you think back to their map against Liquid, which was an overtime, an instant classic overtime match, and there were a couple of instances, one that's very vivid, where Version1,
oh, if he didn't make noise, he could have got
overcooked it. Right, like they tried rotating.
Yeah, just back and
No, I think it's
it doesn't really matter anyways.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to do that for his jet.
The way they played that pistol, where they got back into defender spawn, then
I'm
they tried
waking up. Haven't had any
I
coffee.
was just waiting for him, so we have to
I'm like
watch
looking at
that.
things like.
How
It is early.
How many pump fakes?
It was funny is because I've been getting up at like.
I just love listening to the way Jordan talks. Makes me happy. Reminds me of the good old days.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
You put a smile on my face, Jordan. It is a good thing.
Honestly, just waiting to make this one cleaned up here. Yeah. and they push forward. So, NUTURN, for the first time here in the map, starting off nice and strong, making sure they can keep V1 on the back foot. We did see a bit of a control here and back and forth in the few maps before, but a lot more NUTURN members were falling. A lot more economy was required for their next rounds, and here they get a very nice Prime Gaming Flawless.
What kind of kills do you need to get
Very
for
nice
everyone
one
to
indeed.
Spectre
Now
second
Version
round,
1.
like properly, half armor?
What do they bring?
Depends, I think, if you get plant down.
If you don't want to do it, yeah, if you get plant down.
Both of these teams
I think with plant
down,
you'll be fine.
Because of the nature of
I think that's the
split and how
deciding
it
case.
frequently plays
They
out,
plant, they buy Spectre.
I
If
think
not,
there's
they
a lot
don't usually.
It can be determined just off of this first half.
It's like what, plant down will get you around 2K?
And it was just such a good stand by NUTURN.
Yeah.
One of the other things I'm
Doing
loving
depending
from
on what you buy
them, Riv, is
pistol.
Yeah,
how
yeah.
they have
Yeah, around there.
we're gonna have to
It like
hold
just
on
so
to
depends on your
that
character. Like if you need
shot
certain
from
abilities,
Allow
you need to
just
buy,
narrowly misses as they try to work
or
their
if you
way.
never even use those abilities.
Here, now the jammy strat. Leave him
Just
off to
get
the
rushed
side.
down.
Yeah,
The
you just get
NUTURN
owned.
now divide
I like this
themselves
5v1 just
accordingly.
walking in the middle.
Usually they
early.
will have
Being
suggest
scared.
towards the middle of the
An
map.
op? Oh my god, let's
So
go.
you can control with a fault line, whether that's
They
towards
tagged
ramp
Effies,
or whether
actually.
that's back down towards ramp. So they keep it safe there.
Ooh, this timing heaven.
Offer
They just gotta be
allow.
where the B main
Standing
push.
on the move.
Uh-oh.
And
Looks like they are.
I
Like they're
look at how
definitely.
far up they
Wow.
are, right, they have full control.
Doesn't know
of
he's
mid.
here.
That was their one key condition to work out.
Never
And yeah,
mind,
they got
he
one, but
does.
Lakia dropped.
Well
Perry's gonna
done.
drop as well. Now they have
Well
the
done
middle
from
of the map.
V1 right
Take
there.
a look at how Zelsis is going to be wrapping up behind them as well.
But they're going
As
A.
he took
Look
his
at how
way
much
up
space
ropes,
Killjoy
deep
has.
into
Killjoy-
defender
yeah, Killjoy
spawn.
spawned.
There is
But
no
Vanity's dead,
area of the
yeah.
map
Oh,
that V1 are
wait a
not willing to
second.
push into, but again, suggests
He
it's just
dinked
able
him.
to punish that
Just
Vanity
as
drops.
wow.
Nice job by NUTURN there to continue to pressure. I
Wait,
thought
but
he
look
was
at
Oh
gonna
my
take
the other
god,
people
the
do it.
double freaking
And
lurks,
Solo with
man.
a beautiful push and
Jeez.
pressure here, knowing
They thought
V1 is
they had
always
the
gonna
play.
rotate around the map a little bit. It's hard
But
to get
NUTURN
the
had
first
it.
hit. That's what the
That's
information
crazy.
Jammies is giving, so they can do multiple
Oh,
things,
that
decide
sucks.
what they want in their own adventure. But
Dude.
Solo pushes
Oh.
up. If you can
Zelsis
grab
is
this
spawn as a
room
go,
on
NA.
split,
And
it
then
means so
I saw
much
Solo
because
in
of how the
Solo's
engine
in
works.
spawn, too.
Otherwise, no,
NA.
they're going through the middle
The
of
Killjoy's
that.
traded
You know, so
spaces.
if you can see NUTURN pushing up
How
like
did this
all
happen
the time,
exactly?
the
Did
odds
Kill-
they have
I was
to take
wondering.
that much
Did
hit
Killjoy go up
really
upper,
smart
and then
plays.
the other Killjoy went through just main?
You can already see this. We're only a couple.
It had to have
rounds
been the
in,
case.
this
These
feels
face
like a
cams
chess
are delayed
match
on the
already
replay slow-mo
of watching players
POVs.
rotate around
Because
the
every
map,
time they get the
how
kill, they're
really
just
trying to be
they're
one
still
step
blank
ahead
as
of one
fuck in the
another. There
face.
you saw a
And then you watch the
beautiful
actual post round when they get the
multi-kill
kill and
off
they
of that exact
react.
same
But
situation,
the
right?
face
Like,
cam is
leading
always.
things out.
I
You see
thought it
how
was
V1
just me
plays
yesterday.
out
Like
for
these
the
guys are all
attack. You
cold
see
as
the fault
fuck.
line coming out,
They
you're
don't
laying
give
into
a
the
shit.
into garage.
And
And with
I was
that
like,
allows
oh, no.
Perry to get
Oh,
some
it's always
aggressive
delayed on
positioning,
the
hold that
POV
other
face
side, and set up a brutal crossfire with Allow and Perry and garage.
I like the fact that NUTURN
Still
is
got the
splitting
kill, and he
the
looked like he
wall
couldn't
over
be
there
fucked.
on A. This new wall that you see Version 1
And then
pulled up
then they
means
show
if
after,
do
and no
go
one's
through
like actually happy.
that top vent area, they pretty much have a safe spot towards the back side of A there. So here they put a little aggression over towards that B side and garage,
Used.
and we'll see if they actually.
It's so funny the amount of
execute
things that
on
just
their
happened
safe
right there.
route.
Yeah, and nothing happened. Like
so trash.
they just got some space, but it's a spot that they should just have anyway. What
the-
That was almost good with the flash,
But
almost.
the thing is, Suggest is back on site. He's safe from the.
I didn't like
lockdown,
that he
and
splashed
got
the
a
box.
rifle. Yeah,
I'd rather
he's
flash
got
the corner.
plenty of utility, but the flash was there. He gets
Oh
punished
my
anyway, but
God.
Perry does not. Solo gets
Oh
one as
my
well.
God.
I mean,
Oh,
Version 1 just
the-
kind of
the grinder.
ripped to shreds here. Zelsis with 8 health. In
He's
a
just
1v2.
going, man.
I mean, yeah, we've
He's-
seen some crazier things, but insanely unlikely. Lakia gets cleaned up. And here's the thing, Riff, that I wanted to point out.
It's 4-0, but
so
it's not a very like
aggressive that,
not like a
NUTURN
dominant
takes that
4-0,
much
so
space
there's-
because,
they
okay,
can get
let's
some,
play out that round one more time.
control
They got
over these
deep in the
trades
garage, they
on
invested
V1. They
utility.
could bring the half
Great.
back of it.
Version 1 had to invest an equal amount of utility in the cloud.
seems to be a double kill around that kind of
excuse me, the Asher
fucking
Star to
cement.
clear out that corner.
Clean by Perry.
And all NUTURN had to do
Those
was
breach
back up
flashes, man, they're
to
mean.
the, to where they started, right? So even
Here,
though
we grab
that
my
much
coffee.
utility was invested,
I mean, even
to
the
push
shots
it
were
back,
clean,
they
though,
just went
too.
back to equal
Yeah, the
footing.
shots
There
were
wasn't
opened up by the
anything that was
flashes.
completely
I feel like
gained
that's gonna
that
be
wasn't
the
already Version
big
1's to
one on
begin
this
with.
map.
And they're not backing down.
I miss Hiko breach.
Previously
Yeah, me
on
too,
Haven, that
honestly.
might have been
I just miss
saved.
Hiko
Those
in
rounds
general.
that you see Version
Those are
1
the
get
good
back
days.
through, so
Okay.
some Sheriffs and
Don't
Spectres.
Sag.
But NUTURN
Just
was
the
saying,
Sag.
no.
What,
For
man? man.
Phantoms.
Sad.
Oh, no, they're all Phantoms.
Where's the Hiko breach,
And a
man?
Vandal, there is one. So
Those are the good days.
knowing that, why not take the fights? They have to show confidence.
No, I'm
and
just an
NUTURN
arrow
is really
man.
starting to step up. Jammy's working alone by himself
is
with that
cheeky.
wall once again, as the rest of Vision Strikers
He just-
grab the information. Solo
Just side strafing, headshot him.
Right now, anytime he's put in that situation, he comes out.
That's the mechanics.
Top. Huge for the team.
It's crazy. You think it's gonna change?
I kind of hope.
They should tighten it up a little bit. They did already, but they should tighten it up a little bit more.
Yeah, especially since there's most people use the Phantom now. It seems. There's just some kills that people just have no. There should be no way that they get some of the kills they get.
Some of it's just map design, though.
Well, yeah. That's why the judge is so strong. It's just the map design. There's so many like 50-50 and tight angles that it just works on most maps.
First round for the boys.
That's why Breeze. Hey, what do you think about Breeze? Everybody I talk to says it's amazing. What do you think, Hiko?
I love it.
You love it? Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's the most similar to a CS map to me.
Yeah. Every single person I've talked to just absolutely loves it. And then I play ranked and everybody cries. Tears.
Yeah, everyone hates it in ranked, but everyone loves it if like the pros.
Yeah, the professional players. So they know how to play the game. Jesus.
Well, Jammies comes over as a teammate already.
You said it, not me.
Of a few members.
Hey, we were all thinking it.
Nico, don't you love ranked?
See him having that communication.
Nah, I love ranked. Yeah.
I can tell you're a huge fan by your tweets.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not going to be. Everyone says stop molding about ranked. It's like, all right, I love ranked. It's not me. It's not me. This is Shroud. Shroud's saying he hates ranked. You know, it's not me. I say I love it. It's great. People are awesome.
So
very nice.
Honestly, I'm just happy that I'm a casual now, because if I wasn't, I would have no hair. I really wouldn't. Like ranked is
rank. Welcome to my life.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't.
Go ahead, just get it all out. Get it all out.
The guy's been incredible. But for version 1,
like even sometimes I play ranked and I get kind of like pissed and like mad about it, but at the end of the day, like it blows over really quick because I'm a casual. Like it's whatever.
People, I was gonna say, people thought that was genetics, Hiko, but that's actually just ranked.
It's years and years of ESCA pugs in the morning and matchmaking in the morning with Tim and Valorant ranked. That's what it'll do to you.
Yeah. Oh, it's good.
I didn't mean to do Hiko like that, man. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. No hate. I'm used to it at this point.
You've got to mitigate some of this damage. You've got to do something to stop this and shift the way things are going, because this can get out of hand very quickly.
We'll have to see what they. I mean,
NUTURN with the tack.
Make sure they can continue.
They do not have a lot of money, by the way.
Yeah, just because like what Jordan said, these rounds haven't been like convincing wins from NUTURN. Like NUTURN, yeah, they have 4 rounds, but it hasn't been pretty.
I think
if V1 could win this round, they'll break them a little bit.
Didn't V1 just win with 4 too?
Yeah, V1 had 4 up. Yeah,
talk about version
a huge win.
So far, we've explained jammies and whatnot.
Nice.
This is anyone's game. It really is.
I mean, we're on split. You got to remember that too.
I don't even know what's gonna happen.
Experience and leadership there for Solo. Perry included in the gaming experience.
It's a big round.
So he wins the race, Mike. Let's fucking get her going.
Veteran that he is.
Got my coffee. I just needed to spat out something inspirational and vague.
I was gonna say, come on, bring it back to like 2014 when we were just vibing together, all 3 of us. Or what were you saying back then, Jordan? Remind me.
We won't even talk about the match. It will be long gone pretty soon here.
Oh god. Those are the good days, though. I
try to hold on to the inspirational things that somehow tie to reality these days.
They have safety valves over there. Vanity's the safety valve on B.
In many ways, they were the good days.
They can kind of feel things out.
Uncertainty and the future ahead of us.
The 3-block Viper.
I still have this feeling, and I still remember this feeling of the pressure being in Germany with you guys for the first boot camp, for the first major in Cologne, and just the pressure of you guys watching me in person. I remember that you guys were watching me like fucking hawks.
Which boot camp was that? Was that when we were boot camping in Germany?
Yeah, in Germany. You remember like
there's the Freaks for You office, I think, right?
I don't remember the name of it. But yeah,
we had those little laptops. Was that at that point? Or did they have computers for us?
No, they had computers.
Yeah, there's
the Dota office.
It had that little kitchen. I remember Jordan doing like some weird walkthrough kind of video, something.
Jordan doing weird walkthroughs
Oh
now.
my god, I remember.
Every single move.
No.
Roughly 35 seconds left in the round.
Someone had to do them.
That's where the hits come
Y'all
in.
were just sitting there
I
squirming.
remember that video actually.
Yeah, we were walking down. Remember, we were walking
Yeah.
down by like the water with a video with us.
Yeah, the bridge over the
Yeah,
water.
the bridge. Yeah.
Lineup 101.
Ender killed
because
you.
even if they play off with that, they've
You
got
messed up,
some
Jordan,
good
never doing
reads.
a yogging with Jordan.
They're all retaking
Yeah.
from main. Oh my goodness.
Holy shit, this is a battle, and all they do is shoot through the smoke. Nice try, V1.
You're gonna have to force
Oh.
it.
Ooh, did they get the Viper thing on it? They did. He's got half.
Halfway, but he's heavens. Effie's
Oh,
heavens.
Effie's.
Yeah.
You gotta fight
He's
Effie's.
trouble.
Oh, he's not fighting. You lose.
You have to.
Oh.
Wow.
That smoke was almost not good either.
That,
Yeah.
that might have been the weirdest A site hold I've seen.
Rough.
That was a strange
All five
round.
Players over towards alt orb. Oh
You know,
my word, version 1.
I said that
was,
I didn't really like
Luthor
Omen on
was
this
just
map. I
shooting
like
fish in a barrel
Asher
there for the
better,
last
but
few
Perry's
moments.
kind of
They
owning
come
right
up
now.
5-1,
Yep,
like you
mine
said,
too.
suggests just right under their
Throwing good
noses,
smokes,
even
too.
with the
Only
net
thing
Viper
nice
fight
about
coming
Omen in
through.
a lot of these situations when you can just
And,
like quickly throw smoke and just start
boom, or
shooting
solo,
through it like
rather,
on the
sorry.
run.
Yeah, you're just part of the team.
Just off to the
So
side.
you can do it. I don't play Asher enough to know how fast you do it, but it seems like it takes him a half second longer.
I almost feel like the best Astros just have good pre-placed stars, so that they can play like kind of like an Omen.
Yeah, all the choke points kind of on a retake are just like ready.
But even sometimes being an Astra player, it gets tricky because if they're like almost stacked up in a direction that you're looking at, it's you
Dude,
can
I like that kill
you
right
could
there.
very much like
This
pick
is-
the wrong star.
The person on the
Yeah,
outside is always
that's
going to
true.
be able to see you there. Puts himself in a tough spot.
Like
but
if you put
Penny
the star a little bit off,
Yeah.
it doesn't work too. It's yeah.
straight through.
Very just ADSing on the
Yep.
fallback.
Yeah, they were also just forced that so hard, and I love it.
Good use of the
Live alive.
SMGs. They had the rifles in main, and the SMGs just flew through man. Well, they found out that they found out that NUTURN is they have like a weak mail. They don't really play it.
A weak mail.
I mean, they've been able to get mail for free. No, nothing. Nobody's there. I'm assuming this is when NUTURN probably changes it a little bit. They won't let them get mail for free.
Once they have decided that, all right, guys, we can't win
Yeah.
the
To me, this is where Astra kind of comes into play. If they have an Astra right now, they can take control of B main better, and
Just suck
they can
back
just
and
yeah, like literally suck off the barrier, and then like you just have B main. Like you can have heaven, but we're gonna keep B main at least and make the retake really hard for you guys to hold. Kind of like what they did in Pistol, I guess.
Yeah.
maybe drop a little aggro KJ turret there.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
One plays off it.
Almost round after round, version 1 finding a way through.
Keep the
But
fucking
it's
Omen
going
breach
to be
A
tough,
or
is
whatever.
what I'm saying for version
Yeah.
1 still here on out, even finding rounds. This is where
That's what's interesting about this tournament. It's cool to see how people
And it's where
like
they
their
have to,
default
because we
setups and the
mentioned their
different
attack win rate percentage
way
is
they
4%.
play out
So
through the
sometimes it
round.
can fall apart where maybe NUTURN
Pretty important
can
round here
also
again,
that playing,
actually.
to their opponent in the moment.
Look at the
does have
mid
a
setup
ton of
from
money.
New though. Look at New
I
two.
think the story for
Are they about to
V1 here is
fucking-
just how many rounds can you get, right? You
This
are
is a
in
big
second
mid
right
fight
here
ready.
this half. It's can we get to 8-4? Can we get to 7-5?
Let's
Turn
four
does
mid.
have
Get
money
to the
here,
side that we
and V1
prefer.
does.
Doesn't really matter if you're not mid, so that's good.
Well,
Right,
slightly
that's good that
different
V1's not there.
setup,
They're
right?
just kind of
Like,
holding.
it's not necessarily hitting off top heaven. It's not hitting off top ramps the same way that we've seen before. It's a slightly different look. You see the Cosmic Divide coming out as well, and the Viper's Pit Riv. This is a full-blown fake, right? There is
They did
no
this
They've done this
against
before, yeah.
Liquid, and they're biting. Look at them bite. Look at NUTURN bite so hard.
They did not
They did the
watch.
same. They did the same exact thing.
Yeah, they did not watch the demos.
Any better, Perry starts one off.
Wow.
The Omen from the shadows.
I was
takes
wrong.
down
I thought I was
Jammies. We'll
studied.
see how this one plays out.
Was that a jam?
Finally
Did Jamie's
find out
ult?
that
I
Jammies
missed
is
Yeah.
the
That just
They
shows
did
that
that
NUTURN did not do their
like
study.
2
They did not
times.
research. They did not.
And they
Nothing.
ended up just
They didn't do
going
anything.
with it. Just
They should have
retake.
known that. They should have known that instantly.
Here comes a
Breach ult.
Ooh, it's a big ult.
You hear the lockdown is gonna
I think they're still gonna win the round, but
Buy a little time to
And
tap
they're
out
gonna
there.
stick.
oh, nice shot, Solo.
Absolutely destroyed. The gravity wall's coming out, and it's gonna delay just
Oh, the
Hey.
fucking KJ ult. Let's
Lockdown
go.
absolutely have to respect it.
Almost
They have
kept
to back
them.
off, but Zelsis not
Yeah.
knowing
Love
to check
this.
it. Zelsis is good
Oh
for
my
one. He gets
goodness.
cleaned up as Vanity alone.
Vanity's in a good spot
1v3.
too. They won't
Yep.
expect them. Yep.
And the time is running as well. Vanity might do
Ooh.
it. Ladies and gents, so
Beautiful.
1v1 as the spike continues to tick
Relax.
away. It's not
Cool.
in half.
Doesn't make me
Just
nervous.
gets the kill, but V1
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah.
Vanity yell.
Making me nervous, man.
And he loses the weapon 5-3.
Yep.
North America's getting momentum again as yearly dominance.
Save, I think.
I was in the middle of my narrative setting speech. Right
Sorry.
Coming in together, trading over each other's shoulders.
I can't believe they fell for that.
Comes down to it again. It's not a lineup this time, but that post.
Spencer, who you play on Split?
Korea did not do their. They did not do their research,
you know
man. They
that.
didn't study up.
Oh, new developments.
They didn't watch the map.
That's a great answer.
Wait, I played Breach last time. Like people saw me play Breach on this map already.
Last time I watched you was when you guys were like scrimming this map when you first picked up Nick. Like you played some tournament, you like didn't have any setups.
You just play Jet for me, Hiko. Next journey.
Can I play Jet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see a baiting lurking Jet? I got you, right? No problem.
Spencer,
That might
you
open
have
up your
more
rounds even
potential.
more, you know? More clutch potential if you think about
You're
it.
more
Yeah.
well-rounded than you think.
No, just let me. I'm just embracing the meme at this point, you know.
As we proceed through this now,
I think NUTURN's gonna win this round.
ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining
I'd
us,
be
already a bang
curious
of
to
a
see
series.
Spencer
This
with
is
the
final
knives with
map
his
here.
sensitivity. That
Season
could be
six
nuts, or it could be the worst thing ever. I don't know.
Version
I'm
1
awful
and
with jet
Gaming.
knives.
It looks like a little love towards B here from
My
Version.
my
I guess
crosshair
that's
is too
true
big.
because you're so reliant on like recovery,
Oh,
like you hit nutty shots
no.
after you missed the first one all the time. Or you and then you, but you know what I'm saying, and then you hit
Okay.
like
No
you'll
way,
like
you're just
spread.
calling me out like this. Okay,
I'm
we
saying
get
you
it. I
get
have bad
rebate.
aim. Yeah, but I had you basically said I have bad aim. Jordan, you're getting up there too. It's like Shroud calling me a boomer. It's like Jordan, you're literally the same
I'm
age as me.
boomer. I'm boomer. I'm definitely. Don't let me. I'm not acting holier than thou right now. I'm in the same shoes.
I'm chilling, man. I ain't a boomer.
Jamie's is alone and he's not
I can frag, I
just
can
because
frag
we're
if I
boomers,
wanted
what's
to.
wrong? We're going till 40. 5.
I mean, look at Solo right now. Solo's looking damn good, and he might be the oldest in the scene.
It is prime gaming indeed. You're absolutely right. It
See that picture on Twitter? They're like the last guy to stop Solo, and then
It's you.
yeah, it was like me like kissing my bicep. I was like,
NUTURN is
When? What
literally
year was that,
reading
Jordan,
Version 1 like
that
a
you
book.
played solo?
I mentioned, I was like, oh
Probably
my god,
2010 or
all that
2009,
utility from
2009.
KJ was very much focused
12 years
towards A.
later.
KJ's usually on A.
Pro
on
in
the side
another
of
game.
NUTURN, but the way they focused the util made me
Possibly
think
gonna go to the upper
Big game,
bracket
Pro.
finals.
but the way
could be you, Jordan.
NUTURN set up, being
could be
Didn't
you,
Solo
Jordan.
play? Didn't Solo
always
play
having
another
that
game?
contact play with
Yeah,
somebody
I'm
Yes, yes.
drinking coffee and making breakfast with family.
Yes, yes.
No. I thought he did. He play like Crossfire or something?
I don't know.
Around 10 suggests a bit of a peak there, and he
Maybe.
I
almost
thought he
loses
played.
all of
I
his
thought he
head.
played a third one.
I don't think he played Go, did he? I don't remember him in CS:GO.
I'm pretty sure he did, but it's just the scene wasn't like all there.
to full health, and much like we've seen the last couple of rounds, right? Like Jamie's the default, feeling things out on A, not getting any info, right? Now, like not getting any positioning, no real estate.
This is really male control, and now they could reset if they want. They pulled so much movement.
They still have
Just bouncing around, look at him.
They still have the turret.
I'm
Well,
surprised
they're
if
still
Jamie's
good
crossed
there,
right
though.
there. They could go rope. Jamie's
suggest dead. He has no HP.
I think Jamie should have been across already. Or whatever this is.
Oh, Perry, dude. Oh. All right.
Oh, we got the res. Nice.
Brings Vanity back into things, and
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
pass across, and he lands onto one. Vanity rips him down.
Wait, that
from the
didn't.
skies.
Oh, his boomback
As
killed him.
Allow
Wait,
is
no, it
now
did kill
the
him.
one on the entry. There's the lockdown as Elsis cleans
I got
up
caught
Allow.
watching Shrouds again. I was fucking behind.
Solo has to make some magic.
That was my
happen.
problem at the
There's a snake
beginning.
bite
I was
again.
watching
Big
Shroud
A
stream. I'm like,
entry.
wait,
At
this
least just
is
a little bit,
not
make it
smart.
I only have
Solo
Mikey's open
does
because I occasionally
finally
look at
get
his
cleaned
chat
up.
and stuff.
We talked about this
But I
rep,
was
right,
looking
for
at the
V1,
Valorant one. I just missed
7-5, 8-4.
Dude,
That's
V1?
it.
Voice?
Right now it's been rocky, but they're holding serve.
That's crazy. Everyone's looking damn good.
Yeah, I want to see the money again.
Coming in here, just seeing how it all executed,
I'm
how it
so
all worked
shocked,
out.
man. I feel like everyone is. Everyone in NA is shocked by this. Because you know that everybody was memeing on them. They couldn't believe that they made it
Who
into
made
this
this point
tourney.
yesterday? One of you guys said something, and it's a good point. Like a lot of times, NAU thing comes from like the origins of like CS, at least in our scene. And a lot of the veterans in EU aren't like there's like Scream and like Angel and those guys, but like a lot of them are still playing CS.
Yeah.
I don't think you can name like a really high tier 1 player that switched from EU yet from CS, right?
Yeah, and to me, the main thing that all these CS players do good in NA, that you guys in 100 Thieves, is like really good awareness of all the layers of a round, from mid game to clutching to setting up rounds to, and it's like when you have experience doing that, the game is just now you just have to play the meta of whatever Valorant is.
Does that mean EU would be better if they got their tier one players out of CS and into this?
I mean, give me like simple, give me like simple Zywoo, like Device, you know.
Deddy, yeah, Valley, yeah.
Just 3 oppers on one team. That'd be probably pretty sick.
Spencer baiting them.
Yeah,
him on the roster.
I'll be behind them. You know, yeah. They'll just all have ops. I'll just have a spectator in. I'm down with that.
And then if they do, they can try to exploit the middle, work their way through ropes to get towards A.
Massive work, Killjoy diff.
Who gets impatient. It's Solo who gets punished. And while it wasn't through vents, it wasn't through ropes, they are going to go back towards A with 30 seconds left.
I think that's perfect by Version1. We'll talk about that in a minute as they rush the site here. Penny's going to be the first.
Anyways, that's just one perspective. There's still a lot. There's a lot of new good gamers for sure, but the difference is always the decision making and the
Oh my god.
the stress moments, the clutch moments. I think that's why like V1 is better than people think, because they're like they were on the come up in CS, so it's like they were already thinking along lines of like, how do we be tier 1?
Wow. Are you kidding me? They made that decision to just leave?
Like so bad.
What? Excuse you?
Maybe if they lose there, they don't have money for the last.
Well, they definitely won't have money, but still, man.
We'll talk a little bit about what I wanted to come
Hey, they're up 6-4. They want a good bye the last round.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I get it.
No, I get it. It's going to be an extremely hard round, and they'll probably end up losing it, but 5v4, you never know.
Trying to 5 edit.
All the way up there and out of B heaven multiple times, into ropes, out of ropes, because there's nothing to be grabbed there. And NUTURN saying, sure, grab it. We're ready for the site take. Our plan is here.
I bet you that's some extreme confidence in their T side.
Version1. I keep looking at the V and saying Vision Striker. NUTURN. Watching VOD after VOD. It's so hard to not say it. I apologize to everyone out there. But yeah, they're just NUTURN this time is not falling.
I hope V1 doesn't think they'll run over them on their CT, because they won't. They just won't.
Last round of the half, you got to keep a look at ultimates.
I think a lot of the problem too with that, what Jordan was talking about with V1, is people just, I feel like people sleep on teams like this all the time in a lot of esports, and they shock people. These type of stories happen a lot in a lot of games. People underestimate these teams, but these guys are good. You just have to accept that fact. Don't underestimate your opponent.
Flies across this screen, and look at the setups, right? They know where they want it. They've dropped the ping. The smoke from Viper is there as well. Penny's not allowing to get into the site.
That's just jet diff right there.
They saved for this, by the way.
Yep, they saved for this. to be put in the same exact situation, trying to retake A. At least they don't have an Asher wall, I guess. That's better.
6s? I mean, this is...
Well, and that's the thing. Like, we've never seen NUTURN have to
NUTURN better have a good T side.
Round of the half, they're gonna fight it. There's no reason not to. Zelsus is creeping his way around. Penny flashed up, dashes away, somehow stays alive.
Man, he was so blind.
But does get cleaned up. Suggest on the defuse.
He was so blind. Oh my god.
Yes, he was.
Just in the nick of time to tie us
Literally
up
felt like an
6-4
eternity.
into the second half.
He even tried to smoke himself.
And kudos, I should say, for NUTURN.
Penny's a really good jet.
To the side of Version1 for being able to pull it back. Looking at the
I like that he
usually we don't say this,
has the cojones to make the crazy, ridiculous jet dash plays almost alone, especially in like big, high-pressure LAN situations.
Not Penny's day. This is requiring a lot of teamwork, and we're seeing a different version of the team now that.
But who is the renowned V1 again?
Playing that style.
It's
Jammies.
Jammies.
Jammies, yeah.
Whippies are normal.
All right, NUTURN on the attack. We talked about
Was it COVID or something?
Visa.
Version1 needed to hit in order to feel good. They surpassed that.
Oh yeah, is Whippy is already like a dual citizen or something, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's Russian, right? On a work visa in
from a historical perspective,
America. I'm pretty sure.
Something like that.
So that's gotta suck.
Or student visa maybe in America. I don't know, something like that.
I think that's what it is.
Student.
Yeah. But it's weird that V1 would say, I mean, maybe for the next LAN. I mean, I think V1 said that he's going to be back after this, and they'll fix it for next time. But
Of the play after they figure out what's going on. Flank is
oh my god.
Just on the open, not the Astra this time. They do see a wall in front. That's not going to be activated just yet. The site take comes in from NUTURN, and they've made
flying.
Yes, they have
Frenzy action.
Telling you, like, V1 better not think that they have this easy, because they have a good T side.
We saw Penny in just a couple of moments ago.
That's just
Based on what?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, how do you know this? He's saying it as it's fact.
What do you mean?
I mean,
You've been hyping,
based off their Korean matches. Well, once again, it's against the same region, so who knows,
I'm just
right?
asking. I just wanted to know your information, where you got it from.
The Korean matches, when it's like fucking 4 a.m. and I'm half asleep and I'm watching them frag.
Okay, it just sounded like conjecture, that's all.
Mike just has like a little half-size notebook on his bedstand with like regional notes. So you guys don't know what my hobby is?
He does watch.
I watch
I've
a lot of Valorant, dude. Too much.
He watches late night Val.
It's the beauty of it with this VCT and this whole like tournament and everything is that it's always on at any time of the day on every weekend. There's always a match happening. It's crazy.
Dude, I'm reading your chat right now, and literally in the beginning of Pistol Round, people were saying Korea mod check, Korea why so quiet, all this shit, and as soon as NA loses the fucking pistol, they just say NA why so quiet.
Yeah, everybody, yeah.
Instantly flips
Just having
it.
a good time. That's all.
It's so funny.
The spams are fun.
Out of solo, he did get one, but it got traded out. And you see NUTURN is dashed on to B, the paranoia to follow up. As well
It's
as
risky that NUTURN only bought 2 Spectres this round, had 3 pistols, and looking like they might actually lose this round because of it.
Nah, no way. Allow setup. Unless he's just okay. Jesus.
Oh,
Make me nervous.
He's got 5 health left. Well, he had 5 health left.
okay, I take it back.
That's crazy, dude. He almost. What if he lost that fight?
Along with Allow here. Allow's like,
Did you know you have a Bucky?
Want to go down, so I'm going to go ahead and hold this back.
I don't know if he knows.
The last one to peek. Perry says, on me.
Yeah, he probably picked it up.
Yeah.
Nice little round.
Just has the big righty clicky.
See what they actually keep.
Even though it sucks now, but
did have that shoddy in hand that he picked up.
Shotguns are so weird in this game. I feel like
and again, there you can see
there's a turret.
Very much a team game.
No real like movement or anything. You just kind of sit there and click. Underwhelming, I guess.
Well, not with the judge.
Yeah, I guess you could jump around a little bit, but like I'm just thinking in my mind like CS, like some of the stuff you used to do with like the Mag 7, jumping, B-hopping. Like, I don't know.
It was viable to like hold cat with the mag, so like you jump spot from like elevator. Like that was viable.
Yeah.
So big for shutting down a strategy in its tracks, and we'll see if we can get a bit of that.
I mean, and that's exactly what they've done so far, right? NUTURN fully stacked on A. They wanted to go that way. There is nobody lurking, gathering information anywhere. And that wall off the bat just buys so much
big
time
round.
on top of the ground.
The round.
In case it gets broken
The 5A,
down,
the full exec.
And while that is how things panned out, they weren't able to get the kills. Lakia dashing across your screen. Effie's holds fast. Good for one.
That was very poorly timed, everything. That was really weird.
Spacing was bad.
Well,
was it the Astra side?
The space, the paranoia was late, and the spacing of the jet, they're usually a lot tighter than that. The jet and Raze usually do that better, but that whole thing, that whole exec looked terrible. All their timings were off.
I feel like it had to be the suck. Yeah, I think it had to be the suck.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's what you're saying. Like Astra might have ruined it.
Yeah, not like it sucked. Like they literally got sucked.
I thought you were saying like they should have an Astra or something. I just misunderstood. You might be right, man. Astra could be the. Oh my god.
Oh.
They're feeling damn good.
The jet diff is coming out.
That's huge by NUTURN. After version 1,
Breach jet is so powerful on this map.
Dash flash.
Solo behind.
Yeah.
That should have been the rest of version 1 in the site. Completely collapsing on the members that were there. But for Allow and Suggest to be able to hold those angles.
These guys got some clean aim. Allow has some clean aim.
They're going off right now.
They were on the edge of their seat for that one.
The win is so close for NUTURN. It's right there.
NUTURN getting a bit of a lead.
They are now version 1 are on a broken bye again. You've got the judge in the hands of Vanity, but that's it. Meanwhile, NUTURN far more.
Almost. Almost got that one.
Stupid Roomba.
Across the board. You see, I mean, we've seen a little bit of a look towards A, but that's really been it so far from the side of NUTURN as they've leaned towards B. You see Jamie's taking some of that space away. The dash across the site, the paranoia that follows, allow
Okay.
Just murdered.
What?
That's able to get the opening.
Well, at least they read into that really well. They know the dash satchel, and they're not putting their utility for main. They're putting their utility for the dash and satchel up front. That's cool.
Oh, it's one shot. They're very low. This is still doable.
Be good back there. Very low. Very
that was the big one right there.
Viper bite for any push that makes
Oh my.
This is going to be Jammies and Penny.
Yes, Jammies. Yes.
Did
they hear the TP?
Dude, if Penny sees him, he gets spammed. Oh, spam him. Spam him.
18 health, 3 bullets
Or not.
to his name.
I would spam him because I'm a bad player.
Classic,
I'm a bad player.
He had a classic.
I'm just bad. That's it.
So
That's
intelligently for version 1
You're a
there.
great Shroud.
no.
I'll say that.
I would spam him. 100% I would.
This is what he does. He did this yesterday or the day before. Anytime he's just like, I'm bad. They're good.
My decision making just isn't. It's just not there, you know. That's all.
There's a time you just one tap all from Shroud. Anytime I get a one tap, it's not a scream. They don't talk about it's I'm Shroud. I got the one taps going.
The push around from Jammies. I mean, the guy sets up the same wall they set up on attack. He's like, this feels comfortable. Now we're gonna go ahead.
Jammies, huge round.
Working together.
You got to kill outside B main too with a frenzy to get that whole 4K going.
He's like, no. Like we were
The stand-in.
that one.
Putting in work.
Big round.
We do have the spike right now away from the rest of NUTURN, so expect this one to be drawn.
And he's gone up. Yeah, buddy.
A default play from NUTURN Gaming.
Also note that Lakia is the only one without a rifle or a Spectre even, right? He's only got the Sheriff.
Are they focusing his ult here? Yeah, he's getting ult.
And that's, this is like full-on entry, full-on commit, right? They've got the Rolling Thunder. They have the Showstopper as well. There was a recon mission to try to grab that ult orb to get Lakia's ultimate online.
What is their plan?
Right? So check one.
They have ults. They have breach ult and raise ult. They might like.
Checked.
I don't know if they'll commit it to this run since they didn't really like. Well, they actually did force. They full forced.
Okay, taking down the wall. Always imperative. If a wall is in your game, put a hole in it, people. Make that sage.
Yeah, but is this the best round to do it? You have like a lead, right? So maybe you just try to do it without it. I don't know.
They might use raises since she has a deagle.
Oh, nope, they're doing it.
Like that.
Wow.
Yep.
They took one.
Wow, that was just free. That was the most free kill ever.
Somehow has gotten behind them, spots parry, denies any other entry, and that includes a spike.
That's crazy.
Sideline has been given up. Now Solo's going to work his way in. As Penny with the
And he has one.
He has literally 1 health. What shot him? Did somebody shoot him or was
I
the...
didn't see it.
Vanity, dodging, fancy footwork around the utility to trying to keep him back. As the spike has gone down, keep an eye on parry on the mini.
Good shit, Zeltis.
Oh,
Let's go.
my.
the ult off of it.
Oh, my.
This is actually massive.
Did they have anything to stop it?
Oh my god, they're so aware.
Oh, he got wall banged.
Holy.
One as well. The diffuse is there. Suggest playing just on the other side. But Suggest good for
Wow.
That's crazy.
That was a
Wow.
crazy retake. Holy shit.
That was just getting that kill and the ult was massive.
And the Viper ult past the bomb, like that's crazy. Penny aware to fucking look at mail.
Which version 1
Crazy.
needed to retake that site was seen in the ult.
I was like the full force. The ult's committed too. V1's got a real shot here. You got a game in our hands here.
NUTURN doing such a nice job of breaking these sites open, getting in. I love
He took out his knife.
I love the rolling.
What did you scream? Did you say, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I love the rolling.
When he's not solid on the NUTURN squad here. NA needs to just hold firm here and not lose too many lives.
So it was
The economy going.
getting as much information on what was happening, unintentional, but still a really neat aspect of that last round. And Vanity.
I don't even know why, like I'm looking at Twitch chat right now, I don't even know why EU's talking. Are they riding the coattails of a potential Korean win? You can't be doing that.
You love to trigger chat, don't
Yeah,
you?
oh, I love it.
Yeah, well,
You can't be doing that.
If you're NUTURN here,
Okay, I'm NUTURN.
right, you just saw a heavy investment of utility of ultimates from version 1 to take that site back, and it was a good entry, right? You also invested the Showstopper, you also invested the Rolling Thunder, but now you're broke. Right, like you're busted. You've got Lakia.
How many timeouts do they get per half, per match?
2 per match,
really,
I think it is now.
What are you looking to do here, Riv? Ideally, just take a couple of weapons away from V1?
Honestly, it would hopefully be more than that. but they know this is one of those.
This game feels like
start to swap the game back and forth. Let's take a look at the econ here. As it
I don't know if I'm
through. That's 2 rounds right now.
misremembering, but I feel like there's more tactical timeouts that people actually take
on top of NUTURN's
in comparison to CS.
Enough credits to be purchasing on that side. If
You know,
version 1 gets
felt like I
they get
didn't.
19
I might just be
bucks,
misremembering. It might just all be a
could
blur.
actually put them in a spot
like
where
There
they're
was
not finding
you had
all the
4
utility
per
they
game
need,
in
right?
CS.
That's $2,600
Yeah, but how often do
and
those 4
if that
actually
comes to
happen? You
fruition
know.
on this, he purchased a gun this
Yeah,
week,
that's true.
$1,700, so
I
they're gonna
think
drop
these
already
pauses are
for
longer too.
version 1.
Maybe I don't
You
know.
said this
I don't
round
really
could be
remember
pivotal.
how it was in
These
CS.
rounds could be pivotal, and it gets even more as it goes.
What a weird buy.
Spike is down though.
Like, is this
Marshall,
even, is this
double
even like,
3
is
sheriffs.
this even worth it? All this money invested into this?
Every I dotted.
I mean, I guess if you have a plan.
I guess this looks like they full bot, right? They forced.
Of the moment as these teams
I don't know.
quietly playing through, understanding that this is a pivotal round for economy. For
Certainly
most
with people buying
teams.
Spectre big armor
Yeah.
and Deagle low armor, they're not going to be able to full buy next round too.
Here in Masters Reykjavik. For NUTURN, they've tested the waters B. They cleared some stuff out, and they invested a little bit as well. But they are going to
This
flip
is
things
weird.
back, and you see an adjustment from version 1. I think on most other maps, given what they saw early on, you're taking a little bit away, right? Like you're working down ramps, you're working through sewers, you're trying to take some of the middle of the map away. That has not been the case at all.
The heck?
That was terrifying. That was jump scare type stuff right there.
Was not ready for
Is
that.
it a
me-
killjoy fake?
Yeah,
because,
to me right here, they have to bait
this
out that
is
suck A main or
intense.
something.
All right.
Because if the Astra keeps her suck for B, they're gonna have a hard time getting out.
It's a fake though. It's a fake though. So
Vanity,
though.
biting. He's not biting.
Putting
They-
firm, hard, and
Yeah,
solid.
they didn't throw. He that star is still at A. He didn't even use anything on it. Oh, they're gonna get sucked at B.
Zelsa's backed up. I don't
Right?
think Zelsa spotted him. I don't think Zelsa spotted him. But the trigger
Maybe.
was in.
Oh no.
Well, they just-
Vanity from Zelsa's from up top.
Okay.
Oh, no.
GG unit.
They just.
Clock is going
Oh,
to expire
no.
without the spike.
Then he's like,
See, like that's
look
the
at him
kind of
talk
shit that I feel like maybe works against their region. You know?
That 20-second
You
Killjoy
know?
alt fake.
Yeah, right? Like maybe this is just something that works against the region, and they're just like, yeah, this works great. This is.
spike down. They run in a bit willy-nilly without having too much.
NA's not
Bomb
gonna. NA's just
drone.
not biting on that.
Rounds now that we are 9-9. Noticing Penny did go
We've
down
been
at
Warden
operators
4-1
now
for
in
too
the
many
hands
years.
of Lockheed
Yeah,
on the other
this is
side.
true.
He has been focusing quite a bit for the team to be getting these frags. We saw his Sovas on Ascent, his plays before.
I feel like that's like the most obvious fake though, is the Killjoy alt. Like you see it a lot on Ascent too.
Instantly walled off as you saw them play that to be a quick smoke play, but didn't work. He was trying to hit the utility window that version 1 uses.
Well, I was wrong. They still have this is their full buy, even after that last round.
Oh
that weird
wow,
round.
yeah, you're right.
Round is, you mentioned the Viper's wall, delaying some of that initial aggression from NUTURN. They do have the From the Shadows in the hands of Perry, and we've seen him use that for info gathering really every time this map, excuse me. Now we'll see how things play out. Is V1, I mean, V1's not getting a lot of information here either, Riv. This is very much like a wait, patiently see things out. Look at where Jammies is.
He's
right
literally
now.
jiggle
I often
peeking with
call that the
an
distant
op
order,
in his
right?
hand.
Because it's rare. You have to, when you're dashing across site to get entry on A, you have to look there, and it's actually kind of sickening how frequently that box goes unchecked.
And it's a perfect play here from what could be from Penny as he draws the attention.
That was
That was a really cool
Yeah, that was pretty loud.
observer
Breach has some
shot.
favorable feet.
The double
So
drop.
they're going to get
Yeah.
themselves into a slight position here. And this is where we saw NUTURN as well, kind of leaving the map
I'd love to
open.
see
But,
massive
map's-
utility
middle
dropped
map's
into
open.
here.
Let's
Get him
play it.
sucked vulnerable, Molly or something. That'd be so
Now it's
cool.
gonna be that play towards the
Just
A
stuck.
head inside. Effie's ready and waiting.
Oh, that's a big kill.
Do they even have time?
Nope.
Oh,
the no scope.
They kinda do.
Well, they know that Jet's elbow.
Oh, he sucked.
Oh, he got
No.
sucked off plan.
They-
Oh my God, V1 is just
Astra,
on another
Astra.
level.
Astra.
They're on another level. That guy's his knife out. What is he doing?
NUTURN with a bit of a pause strat.
These
there.
really
They all-
deep
once they
round
get
executes,
into
I feel like are
fence,
so
and
they're
it
so
seemed
risky
like
against
it
an
was
Astra.
almost
They're
reminiscent
so
of a
risky.
NUTURN double pump, back and forth, and then hit. But they kind of said, all right, well, now is the time to go.
Astros
and
did.
The first people jumping in are all looking at the same thing.
They don't
No
know.
one really had a corner to look at. It was kind of just in the moment, which meant there wasn't as much utility usage as there could have been.
Uh-oh.
And all A entries
The tilt.
They had to have seen.
The frustration is setting in.
Had to have seen what?
They had to have seen that star that was before they tried to plant there too, right? I mean, maybe they just literally didn't have time to go anywhere else.
They planted at like the 5-second mark, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So
But the discipline that we've seen out of version 1.
I guess he was probably also afraid of the jet elbow because they knew he was still safe.
that's
seem like
interesting
they
that
did
he
until they
smoked
smoked
that.
too.
Like
Yeah.
that's like
made this approach from NUTURN.
He didn't want to die because of time, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know. But it feels like you probably should have just committed your life with that low time if you're going to do it.
that's what I would have done. But maybe he
Yeah.
had the even better play: smoke, go around, wait.
Is that solo
Worked out either way.
Going on, getting the info for the team. He just solo called for a smoke. He wants to see if that will draw any more.
They forced here again. Three in a row that they just
The
forced.
rest of the team of NUTURN now works it over towards
It's so funny. They're not doing any of their explosive stuff. They're just not.
Or not the captain. I'm sorry.
I think it's the Astra, man. You might be right. Just the Astra ruins all of their explosive strats.
I just think like we ran into the same problem as 100 Thieves. Like you can't go at the last 30 seconds and try to execute like sub 20 seconds. Like you have to go around the map baiting out the Astra stuff.
Expecting that version 1 was going to pull off, and they should have a numbers advantage on the side.
Missed this fucking flash.
Well, right here again, the jet dashed in, they got sucked, and they got molly. Like they can't follow.
Also, why is that guy going through a molly? They have 10. What? Is it
Again?
off?
It's coming down. Oh, I'm not going to speak too soon.
Oh no! He was so convinced they were planning there.
Yeah, he pre-fired it.
Dude, they
so
can't.
close
They
to this
can't lose this round.
Who can't?
Well-
V-turn or
well,
V1? I
I
mean, both
was
teams,
gonna say
really.
V1 for their mental. You know what I mean? Okay.
Oh, no. Parry.
Oh my word!
Oh, that's so crucial to win that fight. Oh my god.
The Zelsis
That's
clip
it.
on the
That's
head.
got to be it, right? That's a tilter again.
Under recoil control. Ooh, Zelsis.
Do they have to save too?
I don't know because they never show money.
That's right.
They've forced bought 3 rounds in a row. I feel like they have to.
This
low
screen
buy
needs
and fight
money.
for the tie.
I
Yeah.
imagine we're going to see that again. There was actually so much that was big there. Suggest dying. Zelsis peeking off of his turret.
Oh, a whiff too. Feels bad, man.
Not only did he whiff, he didn't like even he left very quickly.
He like shot a couple, shot a bullet and just tried to run away.
Yeah.
Half measures, dude. Got a full commit.
They're forcing again. They don't really have great utility. They do.
Yeah, somehow they have full utility.
Just their raised.
I'm terrible at this
platformer.
op shot. I always just miss it. I don't know what makes this angle so hard. And why is Jamie opping?
I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
Wanted it for A, I guess.
Just enough.
Oh man, the pressure, right? The paranoia, everything is thrown his way. And
He thought he was gonna catch him.
Little flash dash combo. You always love to see it.
Really
Start
can
off
buy
around
so
pressure
much
the
in this
opposing
game.
team.
Crazy.
Let's see if they have a secondary. What's the
It's interesting to me that they have Viper opping over the jet right now.
area was gained as we look at NUTURN pretty critically here.
I feel like what's important about like buys and how so many gun rounds and all these buy rounds are possible is because of the utility being saved. Like you don't lose it. You don't have to you don't always have to keep buying mollies, flashes, nades.
You don't use all of it.
Yeah. So you could be ending up like saving like 600 rounds sometimes across the whole team.
Makes sense. I've been a lot here to this
Here.
round.
Team breach ult.
That actually
Friendly
worked.
fire
That
ult?
actually worked so well because it
Yeah.
literally pushed him into elbow. All part of the plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Twitch chat's gonna say it was planned.
I mean, it might have been.
It might have been.
If they can provide a little bit of cover, there's a chance it's something there, but the sight lines are so tight. There's the cover that I was talking about. The Cosmic Divide comes up.
Solo though.
Have to
The
try and
lurk.
peek around that res. They bring Penny on
Res.
lock. You're so tempted,
That's crazy.
so tempted
This
to
lurk
work
should be
around
huge.
it. And and he doesn't do it.
They're still
at
Nope.
Reddit.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Wait.
Wait.
Massive.
Nice.
Breached in.
Breach flash.
Nice flash.
Breach diff and the other non-existent breach.
Cosmic Divide, not ruffling the feathers of NUTURN all that much.
Close
Knowing
match.
It would allow Version1 onto the site. They just set up to watch Version1 walk through, and the shots they were able to make, the plays.
They really just don't allow enough time for these matches, I guess.
Done on that stop there.
Because
overall, Doug,
this one, the other one's supposed to be starting like 30 minutes ago, right?
Other ultimate, can you
They haven't been on time a lot this event.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes behind.
Ray doesn't give a crap if she's concussed in there. She's still hitting a big rocket shot. So that amount of chaos just does not leave you any choice. I love that play from NUTURN.
Very well played.
Oh, can't go away.
That's going to bridge the gap down to 1 round lead for Version1. As you see, Jammies has invested the Viper's Pit right off the bat.
It's a good ult too. Look how deep it spreads.
Imagine we'll see a wall from Effie's here soon, presumably either across.
Yeah, it's like dangerous to even go close to that.
Yeah.
And what that really does is that's forcing NUTURN into a spot where it's like, all right, dude, do you have the balls to push into the Viper's Pit? Probably not. Do you want to work through the wall? You don't know.
But how do you go B when there's a full Killjoy setup, Astra Stars, and a Sage just ready to stop you?
They're even set up to where when allowed dashes across.
What do they have? They have no ults.
Where's she dashing into?
No ults.
They're just gonna do their standard, yeah. Dash, satchel. Oh,
doesn't see. They're scared.
Well, no, they're doing good. I think this is good. They're baiting it all out. They baited the Suck. They baited the Sage Slow. They baited the Killjoy Molly too.
And the Killjoy.
Oh wow, that timing. That timing is good.
This is gonna be a 15-seconder probably. What? Are they gonna go back to A?
It's not just an Omen's paranoia, so you can see how much more it's kind
and then they
of
take it, and then they take it.
And
oh my god, V1's just bigger brains, really.
Just huge. Huge!
That's so smart, man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
They're so
the perfect read, man.
That Viper's Pit at the beginning, the process of elimination for NUTURN.
I mean, that was.
We can't go anywhere else.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, people were saying they were winning off gimmicks. That's not a gimmick right there. That's just 5-head.
That puts them at
Yeah,
that's smart.
Yeah.
That's
just really intelligent play.
And still at
it's like using the clock against the other team as your own utility, right? Like baiting it out with the. I think it's really good.
Is one of the reasons they're here.
It's not gimmicky. No one can call that a gimmick right there.
Everybody else, and you're pulling out stuff like this. It's just the wow factor.
Some people will,
but they're wrong. You know, they're just straight up just wrong, and they should know that.
In this game,
they explode.
I could break down that
their final chance.
Back to the dash out A again.
Pocket A strat.
But now NUTURN, they've got the lockdown ready to go. They're leaning towards
there's 3 stars at A though.
Map alive. Map 2 went into overtime, and this looks like it very well could as well. But for
I'm starting to think they just don't play against a comp like this.
Real big. You see the investment of utility already, right?
In Korea.
Invested the room, but now they've invested the
maybe they don't play Astra on split.
Yeah, it's very possible.
The Sage wall has blocked off mid. Vanity has
maybe not even Viper, you know?
They have defensive spawn as well. They know where they're going.
This could be around though.
They're gonna have to push their way into it.
Oh, the Sage got detained.
Are they gonna hunt him down?
No way.
Knows.
Free kill.
Oh no.
As Lucky, or excuse me, as Version1 are down.
Certainly don't go A now, right? Certainly just go back to B.
And it is Penny. I'm gonna call Zelsis.
They've got to be at least aware that at least one of them is. Wait, never mind. The bomb is down already. What am I saying?
On the Killjoy, can you have the same effect?
Potential OT.
Penny on to parry.
Another one.
3v2. Still,
it's not. It's V1 hasn't lost this round yet.
On this round for V1.
Well,
difficult one to win.
Okay, I take it back. I take it back.
They're just gonna go off.
I take it back.
Zelsis will try to save whatever weaponry he can into the next round.
Oh, down to the wire, giving us a little show here.
A rifle in as well, and Riv, we find ourselves at this pivotal juncture yet again, where we're 1 round away from overtime.
OT for me, please. Let's see it. Oh my word, what a game so far. And the play, honestly.
The bummer, Vanity was supposed to have him right there.
Losing the moment, or what was going on?
Certainly we want the game to go to overtime, but we want V1 to win, but we want it to go to overtime, right?
You know, it's a bait, we got to detain. But to not be able to play off of what you're trying to set
just
up
think,
on your
EU's
opponent,
next.
just fall prey to
in losers.
they wanted, It's not
True.
a good look. We get
Say
one
it,
for each,
Justin.
though, right? Version 1's round before that slaughter.
I got
NUTURN,
nothing.
NUTURN
I'm gonna keep it neutral right now.
Yeah, so does you, man.
Now the setup across the map.
I mean, it's not even low. I like what you said, Mike. It's losers. It's not lowers. It's the losers bracket.
So this is
Oh,
your
man.
stop power over here on the B
Oh,
side.
are they going to expect this op
Now they know
above
there's
this?
an op, though.
Why did he randomly
Dude, you see
shoot?
that smoke
Oh, they're trying to
deny
expand the orb, I guess?
that exact play right there. The wall goes up and you
That
think
kid's
it's
got ult now.
You have a little bit more freedom.
And
you would think to swing around
you
that
know
and
what
get
they're
a
gonna do
full
with
jump,
it.
but the smoke from excuse me, from Perry.
The
The
bread
old
and butter.
pocket strat. Yep. If it works, you don't fix it, right?
Over to A with just under a minute left on the clock.
Change
They
it,
have
whatever
the
the saying
showstopper.
is.
Perry's gonna have his shadows as well.
Yeah, I would love to see that from the shadows go towards the back with a showstopper following.
Yep.
Almost immediate chaos once again. They're going to hold everything for now. Showstopper
Let's
is
see
actually
it.
going into
Show us
heaven.
the raise.
Sorry, into
Oh,
sight, I should
and
say.
that's a kill.
And that's going to be Zelsus going down
And
the
that's an
start.
OT.
Celsius was the only one on the site.
Can't call it that early.
Considerable
No.
amount to get on there. We mentioned the showstopper.
Just that
we
last
mentioned from
retake.
the shadows. Those
Maybe
have
they've
been
learned.
used. But Version 1 are still in a decent spot to be able to take this thing back.
It all comes down to this vanity, and he's dead. No way. No way.
Wait,
No
wait.
way.
To win that vanity on the rope.
Clever use of game mechanics, getting a kill on a road, of course.
Bring us down to 4.
No way.
The clock continues to tick away. You're going to have to go here, and you're going to have to go soon. Allow
Oh,
takes
that's
care
a
of
big
Penny.
kill.
It was a dog fight in disguise as Lachio's good for
What?
one as well. Solo playing around it. No, he
No
gets mowed down
way.
through the smoke.
Vanity just getting accidental kills.
Lachio's in a good spot as
Oh.
well.
Vanity's kill.
Wasn't
So
enough the
close.
first time we're doing
So
it
many
again.
trades,
We're
Jesus.
going to overtime.
It's exactly what we need to see from these two teams. The caliber of play has topped, and we are now seeing them leave everything on the map. I cannot wait to see what they even pull out in these overtime rounds. Seeing what NUTURN was going through in map 1.
The
made
bread and
this
butter.
series, Doug, we have to recap. Made this series seem like it was Version 1's from the beginning, but that was never the case. NUTURN knew they could come back. They had the strats. At times, they have made Version 1 play their
Just
game.
a sigh of
And now
relief
both teams,
from
again, like
them.
you said, meet each other in the overtime. It's now, is it the op? Do they bring it
They need
back
a mental
out?
break
They will
after that
not.
one.
It's going to be full
Yeah,
buys, all
little
out,
reset.
rifles, full armor, as they're not leaving anything to chance. Tactical timeout here coming in from NUTURN to start off our overtime round. But will it be Version 1 entering this
I gotta use the
tournament
bathroom
with the
again,
sub
dude.
of
What is wrong with
Jammies,
my
surprising the world for the
insides?
Kingslayers of Korea to move on in the upper bracket, taking down
You know?
Kia to get here, taking down Vision Strikers to get here, and showing a lot of potential and power doing it. Now we got this matchup. It couldn't have ended any other way.
No, absolutely not. I think the one thing that we have to keep in mind here is as we go into overtime, as we think about how each side played out for both teams, Version 1 were very effective on the attacking half, right? You remember it was a 6-6 half, which is not common on split. That means they have really had something good going for them on the attacking side. Now Version 1 is going to be starting the overtime on attack. We'll see what NUTURN can do. We'll see what kind of adjustments they have to make really to stifle the aggression that Version 1 showed that got them to a 6-6 half.
And this is where you get to use everything, Doug. This is where everybody looks at utility usage. Everybody looks at how you're playing these rounds out because it's now up to you. It's not
Sucks. I'm not gonna get to see you
providing
lose.
you this round. You're not out of a molly.
Are you
Gotta go
leaving?
golfing.
Be able to
Yeah, I
do
gotta go golfing. Got
everything.
tea
You could
time.
watch.
Where are you
What I
playing?
love is these are the
I'm
strats these
playing-
teams have orchestrated for OTs.
Wait, what did
Kinda
you
like
say,
the
Jordan?
penalty shot. What do they
He didn't
have? What
say it, but yeah.
secret
Say,
Have fun.
to get
Where are you going? What
I
time?
was
So
gonna
slight,
say- yeah, I was
slight
gonna say that.
adaptation, but a
But
similar
I just
look
thought
from
about that
NUTURN
for a
early on.
second.
The fault
Oh, that's
line in
one
the
place where
garage,
people aren't
the smoke
necessarily
from
storming
Perry
it.
to deny information, but it's a slight
True.
miss. So Vanity's actually able to check that back
Who plays
corner
golf?
that's been so problematic for Vanity and for the
Hey.
rest of V1 on that.
We just
first
live
half.
on
Now
golf
they have full
courses. We don't
control there.
play it.
Yes,
That's not
Zelsis
true.
dropped.
Am I right,
Nico?
Nico?
Vanity
This
can
is
do
true.
that.
Am I right,
Oh,
Nico?
gosh, James
This
has
is
the
very
ball.
Holds
true.
golf.
Wait, Shroud, you live on a golf course
Great
too?
push there.
Not yet.
Coming back, able to get
Ah,
up.
it's coming one
It's
day.
coming. I could just feel it, you know?
Okay.
Vanity.
Feeling damn good about
still
it.
working it. The crossfire in A2 as well by
Mike,
NUTURN.
out there swinging. We
Terrifying.
talked about it the other day.
It's going to
Spencer.
be tough for this to actually make something work. Great.
They have
Yeah,
no
that's-
idea because they got past.
Version 1 here, but yeah, that's a difficult one.
Riv, that Aruma somehow didn't detect the two members of V1 as they pushed through, and now they're actually coming in from behind. There's an excellent pinch because of what Vanity was able to do, but Vanity has to come up big here. He's already gotten one.
Overlay so messed up, I don't know what's happening. 1v3, okay, never mind.
He's gonna get cleaned
He
up.
jumped.
The concerns that we
This
had
doesn't
about
matter.
NUTURN
It looked like it was a 5v3, but it was
Yeah, the
2v1.
What is
as they
happening?
take the lead.
NA? Lowers? I think NA just wants to go to lowers to knock out EU for good, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, like, V1's like, screw it. Like, we brought EU to lowers, let's knock them out of the tournament.
Because it's in the mind of your
This is
opponent, and
just
that's how you
all
always
NA
have to be
final,
playing.
really.
The moment you're thinking, I need to nade, I need to
Is he
move
solo
up,
get out?
you're
He's
already
so
2 steps
fucking
behind
good.
your opponent. You always need to be thinking, are they moving? What are they doing? And yeah, they're moving. Here comes Allow.
Full-on aggression, but again, it's a bait. You see Allow has made a whole lot of noise towards A, but the spike is quietly making its way towards B. And Riv, I mentioned the discipline that Version 1 showed.
Crucial round, they're
Regulation,
They
but now
full
they've been
rotated.
really hard on the early aggression. So NUTURN's going to be able to get onto B really for free unless
He's tagged by
Zelsis
Zelsi.
cause some heroics. He's already taken care of Lakia. What else does he have left in him?
Quick turret up. Flanked now by Allow. Waiting very, very patiently for any noise. They're not going to give it to him just yet. It looks like the flank
boy.
he had by
Tense.
Version 1 as they come back into the site
Yeah.
here.
So tense, they might not
Watching
even check this lurk in a
for
second.
Allow as here
The
comes
big
He's
the
watching
take.
it. He's watching it, but it might get timing.
The wall just broke. The wall just broke. He has to watch this.
They're quickly going in.
Cause a problem. No,
That's
he
game.
highlights this
It's
time
over.
around
That's
as my
game.
goodness, it very well may be happening. Zelsis drops one, but what else can he do? No,
GG.
ladies and gentlemen, bow down to your Korean
GG.
overlords as they take down North America and they advance.
Damn, they're hyped up.
The caster,
Look at him.
Adapting,
caster said, bow down to your
finding the
Korean
ways in.
overlords.
Oh no, they
He's
come.
doing the cast.
They did. No, they'd BM.
Oh, no.
The full BM.
I hear that. I hear.
No way.
What a game. Version 1 taken down.
Why isn't Vanity wearing his cat ears? Is it on his headphones?
Gaming.
Yeah, I think it's his
And they
headphones.
did it
Okay.
Yeah.
in fierceful, aggressive fashion after their first mishap on Haven.
And Penny there, like, dude, how many times has Penny been good in that moment, right? Like, peeking through with the not able to land.
Now it's time for EU.
While he tried getting things back, he was able
Is
to
it
get one.
which team
It
goes
just
first? Is
wasn't
Fnatic or
enough. The
Liquid?
aggression
I think
that
it's
What are they doing
Fnatic.
here?
Yeah, Fnatic.
turned into
Fnatic
overtime.
X10.
Look at the
Really took
handshake.
care of business, and you can tell, man, the boys,
The fist
they're
bump.
riding on cloud 9 right now. You saw the ears cut off. We've seen a couple of references to that already, and it's all in good fun. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong,
smash.
but man, NUTURN, they're
Absolutely.
feeling so good right
Couple
now.
OTs.
And this
Wait, why are-
could
I'm
be,
confused.
or will be now.
That's the
Lower
first time
bracket
I've
run
seen
for
people do
Version
fist bumps
1 if
without
they
wearing
can make
masks.
it, Version 1, if they can make it happen. There's the
Yeah.
love.
Oh, fuck.
Everybody's so happy.
I'm confused. Every other time, they always made the teams wear masks. Always. Like, before they made sure before they do the fist bump.